Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with the 2016 Chilliwack Bowls of Hope auction/dinner. Is everybody feeling good tonight? Is everybody feeling good tonight? I'm turning it over to the one, the only, Mr. Mike Shoka. Mike?
Welcome, everybody, to our 11th dinner auction in support of the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope Feed the Children program. Trevor, you're up.
You guys, before we move any further, can we just get a nice round of applause for Frank over here at Dirty Laundry Winery here tonight? How about a nice round of applause, Dirty Laundry and Frank? The more you applaud, the louder you applaud, the more stuff he sticks in my Astrovan, so it's perfect. So everybody's feeling good tonight. We're all feeling great. Chilliwack, British Columbia, dare I say, one of the finest cities on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. This is the 5th year in a row, ladies and gentlemen, that this event is sold out, and this is the fastest the event has ever sold out. So once again, we're going to be asking you quite often tonight, give yourselves a nice round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the fastest sellout in history, we were sold out in March this year. Mike? A special thanks to the Squeala folks for letting us have this hall tonight and for welcoming us to their territory. As always, we feel honored to be here, and this hall is one of the most beautiful halls in the city, so we love being here. Thanks so much to the folks of the Squeala Band.
So off for our walk.
Mike and I did this last year, and it was such a hit, we're going to do it again. We're not going to do songs because we don't really sing. That's not my gig. Over on the sides, a lot of you have been checking out the silent auction. Well, tonight we're going to do a kind of high-tech. We have our friends here from VBN. Jerome and Robbie are here tonight. And can we get a nice round of applause? These guys have been here since 8 o'clock this morning setting up all the video. Oh. I paid him $1,000 not to show the bald spot. He's already got me on there 7 times already. Jerome, nice job. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, lots of great stuff. Something we've added this year is a platinum section. It's very cool. This is some high-end stuff right now, including a great golf package courtesy of the Falls and Royalwood. And some of those fine folks are with us here tonight, and we want to thank you very much. This is one of the high-end areas over here. That's why we spared no expense with the silver and black star balloons. Mike?
A big round of applause and a big thank you for Aromatica Teas again tonight, folks. They're right over here in the corner giving us beautiful iced tea. Hey, Trevor.
Yes, Mike?
Is it Mother's Day this Sunday?
That is what I looked on the calendar and I did see. That is correct, Mike.
It's really too bad we don't have anything for mothers here tonight.
I know, and you know what? This is the season of giving, and look at how much we have to give, Mike.
I mean, I wouldn't give my mother this basket.
I can't see it, Mike. What is it?
I don't know. It's got a sock monkey in it. It's got really cool candies, bottles of wine. Well, there you go. Maybe I would give it to my mother. There's 6 bottles of wine in it.
There you go. That's a definite Mother's Day present. 6 bottles of wine and a foot rub. I just learned what sock monkeys are, too, and Mike's going to tell you more about that later, but that's my new hashtag, sock monkeys. Over on my side, Mike, Sham Leisure Center, Studio B Yoga, 30-minute hit, the YMCA, Fit for Change, Zulu Fitness, Total Body Fitness, Pedal Sport, Chilliwack Curling Club, Rona Chilliwack, Merton GM, our good friends at Merton, and Ralph from Walden. All these are great silent auction items. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a great round of applause. All these folks have donated these great prizes tonight to be silent auctioned off. Mike?
We've got the Vedder River Inn again supporting us for probably the 5th or 6th year. Jack Cycle. Trevor, here's a helmet that I know I have a friend that should be using it when he watches hockey games.
I should be wearing it right now.
We've got the guy section here, booster cables. Look at that. Car Kit, Body Pro from Auto Parts, Napa Auto Parts, great supporters once again of our cause.
Mike is over in the Toys for Boys section. Is that correct, Mike?
Toys for Boys.
Toys for Boys section.
And you're holding a sock monkey.
I got to be honest, they're cute. Ladies and gentlemen, I just found out about these sock monkeys. Once again, Mike is going to tell you all about them. I've fallen in love. It's sock monkey time here at the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope silent auction dinner. Make sure you check out the silent monkey tree. I never knew there was one till tonight.
I've got Local Harvest once again supporting us as they always do. We've got some incredible veggie baskets. I've got inspired arts gifts, all kinds of pottery over here. I got Triple Play Pub, 27 craft beer, sip and savor. And I've got an incredible golf package here. What do we got? $280 that we got Cultists, we have Meadowlands, Sandpiper.
The second golf package is over there, right?
Second golf package.
Already they're holding their auction signs. I love this. They're already flicking signs up in the air. I love this. So many great paintings. We have an arts and crafts area right over here, ladies and gentlemen, where some incredible artists from local artists have donated lots of beautiful stuff. Judy Brown, Rob Chalk, Schellenberg Pottery, and Kathy Clark, just to name a few. Some beautiful native carvings, native carved box, and Fantasy Farms is also involved in this. 4 passes to the Maze of Terror. Now, if you do the Maze of Terror with a couple of sock monkeys, your life is virtually complete, Mike.
Perfect. I also got some beautiful Aboriginal boxes on this side, as well as some really nice jewelry boxes.
Mike, you're with the nicest jewelry box of all over there in the corner, right?
Yes, here we are at the pay table. Want to introduce everybody. We have Sharon, Sarah, Marie, BJ, Avril, and Linda. You need your booze tickets, you come here. You need to give us your money at the end of the night, you come here. Everything is going to be credit card and cash tonight, folks. Simply, when you're looking at bidding tonight, we had to change something. I know a lot of people have been around the silent auctions and you already know this, but we're not allowed to take names or phone numbers anymore. So those 3-digit numbers that you picked up on the way in, that's how you bid for the whole night. Okay, so when you're at the silent auctions, you use that 3-digit number. Please don't forget to put down your table number, or we'll be announcing your number and trying to find you later on.
Thanks, Mike. Let us do the walking, ladies and gentlemen. Important that you know that. Leave the items on the display table. We will make sure that we find you as a winner and bring the gifts over to your table. Mike, I just wanted to quickly point out, you're over at the white tent right now, and you have that $3,500 diamond ring, which is part of tonight's.
That's right, Trevor. We have our card draw again. We've become famous for the card draw. You'll have volunteers, Brian and Penny and some others walking around. You simply give them $10. They rip a card in half. Later on in the night, we start drawing for the $3,500 diamond ring. We have a watch, and we have a stay at Harrison with breakfast.
Jerome, have you seen the ring? Bring the camera. This is Jerome, everybody, from VBN. Nice round of applause. He's working the mobile camera, and if you applaud nice and loud, he'll make you look 20 years younger. So, where is that beautiful ring? Girls, where's that ring? Can we open that on? Let's get beta. Oh, you're going to put it on.
Good.
It's just gorgeous. Look at that. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's beautiful. Isn't that nice, ladies and gentlemen? $3,500. Somebody's going to take that home tonight.
Hey, can you crack me 2 beers? Which kind? Whatever.
Mike is already at the bar. No big surprise there, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, who's at the bar tonight?
Well, folks, I'm sure everybody's met our great folks at the bar. We've got, where's Gary? Gary, Bev, Everett, and Jeremy. Feel free to visit these folks as much as you like tonight, because that usually helps with the auction.
We should visit them right now.
Oh, and Elvery, I'm sorry, I didn't see you back here.
Elvery.
Everybody, this is Elvery. She gets really upset when I forget her. So everybody say hi to Elvery. She also gets very embarrassed when I do this. Cans are good.
Oh, yes, please. My favorite part of the night. And then I don't remember much after that.
Okay,
Ladies and
cheers to
gentlemen,
us.
cheers. Let's all raise our
Cheers.
glasses, our
Let's have a
coffee
great
cups,
night.
whatever you have. Here's cheers to a great night in a great city. Raise your glasses. Cheers.
Okay, folks, tonight we're doing something new that we haven't done before as well. Last year we had a couple of folks mention the fact that they didn't win anything in silent auctions or live auctions. So this year we have what we call $50 gift cards. So throughout the night they're available at the pay table, and then towards the end of the night the volunteers will come in to the tables here, and what we're going to do is ask you if you want a $50 card. This $50 card will feed one of our children for 5 months. If you buy 2, So if you spend the $100, you're going to feed one of our children for a full year. So we'll be around with that throughout the night and more towards the end of the night.
Mike, better than ever, better than any of the other years. Now, this is only my second year doing this, and it's such a great pleasure to be back here, ladies and gentlemen. Last year's live auction items were absolutely amazing, but this year is absolutely incredible. I have to tell you, now, how many folks took a walk by the live auction? Just make a little noise if you took a walk by here and saw what's up for, or just wave, John. You're ready to go. He's already bidding. Our MLA John's already bidding now. He's throwing cards up already. So many great things tonight. We have two incredible auctioneers to give away some stuff. And, let's start from the other side, Mike. Just some of the stuff we have going on. You have a smoker at that end there.
Yeah, this smoker is really cool. Traeger.
Jerome, come on over here, man.
Traeger barbecue smoker. This was donated by Brian Holder out of Duncan. So this is all the way from the island. Enjoy doing your ribs and smoking in your backyard.
I don't smoke. Sorry, buddy. Hey, listen, a set of hockey gear, not the skates, but a set of great hockey gear. Who's this from, Mike?
That's from Shiem Sports.
Our friends at Sham Sports, a complete set of hockey gear minus the skates. Mike and I took one skate each. We figure it's a fair trade-off. It's pretty good pay.
Got a 58-inch smart TV. This is for our Pay It Forward tonight. So we'll be working that later on to get you guys to help us paying it forward to another society.
A couple of different baskets, ladies and gentlemen. A night out at the Langley Sandman. It's Moxie's dinner. It's basically a night out. It's a great couple's night out. This is a very cool basket, ladies and gentlemen. I won't pick it up, but it's a downtown Chilliwack basket. The idea of walking around to all local Chilliwack downtown merchants, putting all their gift certificates, all their prizes in one basket. It's a downtown Chilliwack experience featuring more than 15 local businesses from downtown Chilliwack.
And again, this year we have our famous 2 tickets anywhere WestJet flies in the world.
That's kind of one of my favorites. This is my favorite one right here, courtesy of the Best Western, who have been doing so much for this charity for a long time, and a lot of incredible community work as well. A beautiful wine cooler, and the best part of the wine cooler, 50 bottles of wine with the cooler. This always is a big event here at the show, so nice round of applause for the Best Western Chilliwack putting this one together. 50 bottles of wine.
We have a really cool basket. I have to say this because my wife made this up, so everybody pay attention. It's Queen for a Day, and what we have in here is everything that your mother, your wife, anything that you're trying to cover off for Mother's Day is in here. There's hair stuff, there's nail stuff, there's feet stuff, there's laying in a bathtub stuff. There's wine and chocolate.
Ladies, is he selling this or what? Is this awesome, huh?
Is that good or what? Stuff. And while she's doing all that, somebody's cleaning her house. Come on now. That's a great basket.
There's hair stuff. There's... Hey, listen, all kinds of smaller stuff, but please make no mistake. Don't let the sign fool you. These are incredible gifts right now. Gift certificate from Primary Painting. The value on this, $1,000. Our good
Master
friends Mike
Painting and
Master
Renovation.
$1,000. The Chilliwack Chiefs are donating. Hey, by the way, how about a big round of applause for our Chilliwack Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen? Not quite the result they were looking for, but what a great team, great community members, and they're coming back next year to make it right. And one of the things we're giving away tonight, auctioning off, in fact, is one of the suites to the Chiefs. The value of this is $500. So that's another great live auction item.
We have Cuban Cohibas. We also have a chef's table for 6 wine pairing event.
Here, give me a beer.
Oh, no, why'd you do that? I don't have my glasses on.
Turn around, face the audience.
Okay. At the Society Gathering House. This is a really cool prize, guys.
All right, so I am officially going to become a cigar smoker tonight. I passed on the other smoker. This is what I'm taking up right now. Then I can just talk about myself in third person. I love this. Cuban Cohiba Esplanitos. Say that 25 times before the red wine kicks in. The value of this, $1,250. Jerome, can we get a... Just for the people who didn't walk by. You can almost smell them.
Hey, where's Jimmy Ballum?
Yeah.
Jim Ballum, where are you?
I saw him come in, and then I lost him.
Jimmy, are you not here? Jimmy, Coldplay. We have Coldplay again that are gonna.
Well, it's not Coldplay so much. We couldn't afford Coldplay. We have Cold Chain.
It's Cold Chain.
Yeah, false advertising.
I'm sorry, it's not Coldplay.
Coldplay was last year. This is Cold Chain. Coldplay, maybe next year we'll see what kind of table thing we can get going. But right now it's just Cold Chain. Hey, thanks to Harry Merton and Jim Searle. We had a great time with auctioning off my solo show last year. We had a lot of fun with that. This year we're upping the ante a little bit. I'm coming to play live at your party, your backyard, wherever you want to be. We're also giving away this barbecue. You get to keep the barbecue. You get 10 steaks courtesy of Meadow Valley Meats. And you get a celebrity chef to come and cook the steaks. Eve is here tonight, over in our far right.
Eve at the far left, on the far right side there. Eve, wave.
Wave over there.
Eve's going to come and barbecue for you.
There's her, buddy. He says a level 1 chef. And this value is at $1,250, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great pickup anytime.
Trade Masters, once again, they've come through with the Line-X spray on truck bed liner for us. Value $550. Also have 89 to drive, nothing but 70. There's a lot of Trevor
this
up
is
here.
This is a good one, though.
Has anybody noticed how much Trevor is up here?
I try to tell him it's all about Trevor.
I think I'm going to learn to play guitar, and I'm going to start getting my stuff up here
This
as
is
well.
a really cool one, you guys. This is one of my favorites, actually.
So this is Nothing But 70s, Trevor McDonald. You're bidding on a live, on-location, Nothing But 70s show hosted by Trevor and 89.5 to drive.
You guys, who's heard the radio show Nothing But 70s? Even if you haven't, just make a little noise. It's Nothing But 70s every Sunday. I'm going to come to your business or your house. You can talk about it at your table. You can bid on it. It's a live, on location. We're going to have a lot of fun. You get to come on the mic. You get to pick some tunes. It's like playing records at your buddy's house, and that's a very cool thing we're giving away. Courtesy of 89.5 The Drive, the great folks over there doing this one for you.
And Chilliwack Golf Club. I got to plug it because I play there. Where's Brian? Brian and the group, awesome package this year. What we have is a round of 4 rounds, 2 carts. You get a private lesson as a group, and you also get a dinner for 4. Also, we have 4 beautiful towels, as well as 2 umbrellas.
That's nice. Mike, I should probably try that. No, don't do it. Yeah, does it fit? Oh. We did this in rehearsal, and he didn't get in there, so obviously he's back to his fighting weight. This is really something, Mike. We have a hand-carved chair. Mike did this in his garage this afternoon. He had about 3 hours left to spare. He gets the old chainsaw out. He's performing miracles, this guy. Mike, tell us more about the chair.
This chair was hand-carved by an offender at the Chilliwack Community Correctional Center and donated. Started off as a stump, and he turned it into this really cool, beautiful chair.
Value, $500.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm sitting on this beautiful furniture. Mike, what's going on? Is this a Jim Ballum package, maybe?
Yeah, Jay Ballum Furniture, yet again, 10 years running, has supported our society. Jimmy's donated a beautiful coffee table, end table, lamp, and couch, yet again this year. Also, Casey from Craftsman Collision. This is kind of cool. I didn't know. This is 12 mini details. So you get a detail a month for a year. $2,500 value. Very cool. And last, we have Great River Fishing Adventures. These guys came through huge for us this year. Last year we had 1 trip for 4. This year they gave us 2 trips just in case the second bidder is really anxious to go as well. So we got 2 trips this year for sturgeon fishing on the river. Okay.
Mike, we have a great video, the video that I saw last year, which really touched my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just tell you real quick, Mike, I had the pleasure of doing this last year. Chilliwack Bulls of Hope was told about the charity, didn't know anything about it. It was really a lack of knowledge for me, and it was my bad. But I have had the pleasure of actually taking the van out, delivering the soup to the schools, and it's such a well-oiled machine these guys have put together over the last 11 years. I'm honored to be a part of this charity, and I said it last year, and I mean it sincerely. I was one of those kids at Central School as a young guy, and I tell you what, I would have benefited from this program. I would have been back to my fighting weight right now. But all kidding aside, it was a pride factor when I was a young kid. I didn't have any money. My family was quite poor. And I would have loved to have had a place to go where you didn't have to fess up to being poor. You could have just gone to grab yourself a healthy lunch. These guys have done a great job, not just for the kids, but also for the offenders. And Mike, you can share on that side, right?
Yeah, one of the most important pieces of this program is the ability for offenders that return to this community to give back to the community. And you'll note tonight that the sock monkeys have been made by by offenders that are actually serving time right now in a facility. They spent 25 hours on Rocco, the one sock monkey in the platinum silent auction is a 25-hour endeavor. They made 25 sock monkeys for us and donated them. Number of different things up here. This deacon's bench, again, same thing, handmade deacon bench. Took the individual something like 23 hours to build it for us, and complete donation once again. So the idea is not only to give the opportunity for the offenders to give back, but also for them to realize that when they do give back, they'll get something in return. So this is a really important part of our program, and we're very proud of it. Okay, so we're just going to do our video. I know some of you have seen it before, but we love showing this video.
We'd ask you to turn your attention to the video screen for the next few minutes, folks. Thank you very much.
Soup because it's so delicious.
My favorite soup is
the chili.
My favorite soup is I want to tell them that I am thankful for having soup programs.
We do have a number of students that do come to school hungry.
It's everywhere. It's not just Chilliwack. It's province-wide. It's countrywide. There's kids going to school without food.
It's not just enough to lock people up and look at them with judgmental eyes and say, I would never do that. Because you know, everybody comes from different backgrounds, and sometimes people make bad choices in life.
Community corrections have moved into the city of Chilliwack, and there were all kinds of people who were not very impressed by that. They really thought that this could be dangerous for people, and they didn't know what place the people who were in the correction center would play in our community. I think they really just wanted them locked up and put away.
One of my focuses and goals was to see how the center could contribute back to the city of Chilliwack.
A person from the school board came and wanted to talk to us about children in schools in Chilliwack who would come to school without breakfast or lunch. They were hungry children and wanted to know if there was any kind of partnership that we could talk about, knowing at the time that Corrections Canada had a program to teach the guys how to be cooks.
Found that we could actually run a cooking program within the center that was going to give offenders employable skills. Working with Taryn Dixon, who was the principal at the time. Program began humbly, 17 children, and they started cooking the food for the kids on a regular daily basis. Harry Merton was kind enough to donate a van, which gave us the ability then to have an army of volunteers start delivering the soup, and we were able to start taking on more schools.
And these are children who still are poor, who still don't come to school without breakfast or lunch. And we worked out a system that is so workable. And the offenders, they can contribute and give something back, which was the original idea. And one of them told me one day, Donna, if this program was going when I was in school, I probably wouldn't be here. So I thought that was absolutely wonderful.
story continues today where we're meeting the needs of hundreds of kids. And kids can't learn unless they're fed healthy food. And I had the opportunity of meeting some of the offenders and seeing the organic gardens, seeing them stir that big bowl of soup.
That nothing goes to waste.
And realizing this is a great thing for kids. This is a great thing for the offenders. This is a win-win for everybody.
Some people end up in prison and they now have an opportunity to pay it back to our community and do restitution. I'm really happy for that.
And when you go to these schools and you talk to the children, I remember one very specifically. It just tugged at my heart. And that was a young boy who was about 8 years old. He was blonde and very, very, very skinny. He said, "Could I have another bowl? Because I am still very hungry." And we told him he could have 2 bowls or 3 bowls or whatever he wanted, as long as he was no longer hungry. And I thought to myself, this is what we should be doing, because from my own experience, when I was a child, I was very often hungry. We went through the war, and I know exactly what hunger was like. And I cannot pass a child who is hungry and not feed him. So there are a lot of people here that feel the same way, and that's my story.
Ladies and gentlemen, this video speaks volumes about what it is, and in fact, it does take a village to raise a child. It takes events like this to raise funds, to do what these fine folks do, and I get very emotional when I think about how absolutely incredible this program is and what a well-oiled machine. I cannot stress it enough. From the halfway house out to the 18 schools. I've done the tour myself. I have done the Chilliwack North tour. It's 8 schools. You can get it done in 45 minutes, and kids are well fed and taken care of. So get another nice round of applause, please, for that video there. Could not do this event or anything, this whole program, without volunteers and staff, the hardworking staff and volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could ask all you folks out here that have been involved with this project since its beginning 11 years ago, just to stand for one quick second. If you've been involved in the project since the beginning, please don't be shy, stand up and let us see where you are. 11-year volunteers.
They're all standing up working. That's
They're all
it.
doing what
They're
they
all
do.
around the perimeter
Either
working
way, a nice
right
round
now.
of applause. You know who you are, and thank you so very much.
Okay.
Time now for us to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. This lady is wonderful. She's a great representative and a great ambassador for our city. I think she's a fantastic lady. What a great treat to have our mayor, her worship, Sharon Gates, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. Thank you. This is what community is all about. Could you give your hand to the people sitting beside you, please? Let them know this is our community. Before I begin, I want to honor the people that serve with me on council that are here this evening. Councillor Ken Popoff. Councillor Jason Lum, Councillor Chuck Stam. I saw people here from the school board. If you're from the school board, will you stand up and give a wave? Come on, stand up. Let's see you. Yes. I saw our MLAs here. I saw Lori Thronis and John Martin. Could you stand up? And the rest of you are the VIPs, so thank you very much for coming. I was 12 years old, and I remember looking up at him in my math class. He was very old. He was probably 30. And he was a caring and a gentle man. I hated math. And I remember one day having my head on my desk, and Mr. Davies walked over to me, and he said, "Sharon, have you eaten today?" Now, Mr. Davies knew that I came from a family of 7 children. Oh, didn't know we had 1 bathroom. No, it was very, very different times. And I said to him, "No, I have not eaten today." It wasn't because my mother didn't put things on the table. It's because I was too lazy to eat it. Just wanted to sleep longer. And he took me by the arm and he led me to the staff room. And I remember being absolutely mesmerized by this place where children were never allowed. First of all, what did they do in here? And I remember he pulled down a box of cereal and he poured it for me, poured milk on top, and he said, "Eat. You cannot learn if you do not eat." Well, obviously I took his advice over the years, but I think he knew something that teachers have only learned in the past few years, and that scientists have only told us in the past years, as we've talked about nutrition and what people need to get ahead and to be successful in life. We know that they have to have food in their belly. Now, for some of you, you cannot imagine not having food in your belly. But I got to tell you that in British Columbia, 1 in 5 children live in poverty. We are one of the wealthiest provinces in Canada, and yet 1 in 5 live in poverty. For many of you, you would be surprised what goes on inside of homes or does not go on inside of homes in our community. And you would be surprised at how many children would never admit they didn't have food and would go home hungry were it not for Bowls of Hope. You've had a magnificent display of what happens at Bowls of Hope, and so I won't go over the details of how it was formed and when and how many kids it serves. Suffice it to say that these you people have got it right. We've heard a lot of sad things in our community this week, and I have to tell you that my fellow counselors and I have really been troubled by what has happened inside of our city with crime. We've had 2 stabbings. We've had 1 death. We've had at least 1 shooting. We've had someone threatened with a weapon. And that is something that should not be in a community that cares and looks after its own. And I want to say that we can hire more police officers, and we will. But it doesn't stop there. The police officers put someone's hands behind their back and put cuffs on them and lead them off, and they go to court. They may appear back on the street again, or they may go to prison. But it starts when they're in their mother's womb, and the mother is looking after that child. It starts when they go to school and they're given food to eat and to learn what they need to learn. One of the offenders, you saw him on the video, said perhaps he wouldn't have been here if there had been a program like that, and he is not exaggerating. There is great care, first of all, for a small child that comes to school and somebody gives them something to eat. It's a loving act, but it's also an act that supports everything we know, again, about nutrition. I want to say that there are people here amongst us tonight who are offenders. They have offended in their communities, and they're living in ours. And we, to you, say we extend forgiveness and love and gratefulness that you work together to look after little kids in our community, and you're paying it back. Ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with me? Could you put your hands together? There is a power in restitution. There is a power as each one of the offenders gives back that they feel. as they work towards making our community a more whole place. Make no mistake, these offenders know the debt they have to our community and the communities they came from. Most of the offenders that I know come with soft hearts and come with a willingness to change and to pay back to their community. And that's what you're seeing here tonight. And that's what you're seeing as they grow the vegetables, as soup is made, as soup from the volunteers is delivered to all of the schools, over 650 bowls, 12,000 of them every year. For everything that is carved out of wood up here, this lovely chair, I was thinking as Mike was talking about the fact that it was a stump and it's now turned into something beautiful. I thought about some of the offenders believe that's all they are, is a tree cut down in their youth that serves no purpose. But this repurposing is such a beautiful example of what people can be as they pay back their debt to society. So we do extend a hearty thank you to you, offenders who are here with you tonight. Those sock puppets that they were joking about, and you can hashtag them if you want. I think you should put no soup for you hashtag, but sincerely, those sock monkeys were made by the offenders. Many hours and hours of work. When you take one home, may it remind you of the power of community, of the power of forgiveness, of the power of looking after the most vulnerable ones in our community, the little children. The last thing I want to tell you is please be generous tonight. Now, all of us like a bargain. All of us do. Every single one. I'll buy designer shoes for an outrageous price as long as they're on sale. Because we all love that. But tonight's not about looking for bargains, everybody. Please, tonight is not about looking for bargains. We're trying to raise $60,000 to carry on this program. I want to encourage each and every one of you to give generously. The last story I want to share with you is one of my son. I used to be a minister in my other life, and that's why I go on and on and on and on and on. And I remember we had a man come to our church that was talking about feeding the poor in Uganda. And my son was sitting on the edge of his chair just listening to this. And after it was finished, he came up to Jim, my husband, and me. And he said, brought his piggy bank, and he said, I want to give all of this to the man. And we said, you know, honey, you don't have to give it all. That's the money that your grandpa gave you for your birthday and your auntie gave you for, other occasions. You saved it up from your allowance. Why don't you give some of it and then save the rest? And our son Jonathan looked at us with big eyes of wonder, and he said, I'll get more. And you know what? I think that's our motto for tonight. I'll get more. Most of you here have great jobs. You're generous. You're fantastic. I want to ask you to remember you will get more. You have the opportunity tonight to give food to a child who needs it, to do the best crime prevention you could ever do. You don't have to hire a cop. You keep a kid from entering into a life of crime and having to repay back to the community that which they have lost, our community's lost. So thank you. Thanks to each of you that bought a ticket. Thank you to each of you that will bid high on those gifts around the perimeter. Thanks to those of you who will just drop a donation at the door because you really love this place. And the donation is tax deductible, right, Mike? Yes. So there you go. Get a whole lot back on your tax receipt at the end of the year. Thank you all for coming. Mike, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what the people at Community Corrections do. Thank you to the offenders. Thank you to the volunteers. Thank you to the drivers. Thank you to the teachers. Thank you to the school. And I hope I didn't forget anyone. God bless you all and have a great meal.
Thank you so much. I got something for you, something different this year. Herbs for you from the garden. So thank you so much. Oh, I'm so spoiled. Wonderful speech. Thank you. Well, thank you, Sharon, for that wonderful speech. I'm looking for Barry Neufeld. Barry, if you don't get up here quick, you're going to have a problem because everybody's waiting on you to eat. Oh, look at Barry move now. So Barry's going to provide the blessing tonight, but actually I have a blessing for Barry. Hey, Barry, I found your Visa card. There you go. You're welcome.
I wasn't going to say anything until you gave me my Visa card. Would you join me in giving thanks, please? O Heavenly King, O Comforter, O Spirit of Truth, we thank you. And we're grateful for this food that we are about to partake of. We thank you for this country where we have such abundance. And I thank you for the many people here who are sharing their abundance with hungry kids, the volunteers, the donors, the inmates who help prepare the meal, the volunteers who assist with the meal. Thank you so much for the heart of love in this community. And we would see you, but you said that I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was in prison and you visited me. Oh God, you give us our daily bread, and by your hand the hungry are fed. And we come from many walks and many faiths and many beliefs, and we ask you in the name of the God as we know him. But I ask for the blessing on this food in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, we're going to do it a little different tonight. We're going to play a little game to see who gets to eat first. Okay? So, first table to go up needs to answer this question. Yeah. Okay, if you have the answer, stand up. Don't yell it out because you're going to give it away to somebody else. Okay, so here we go. How many kids do we serve a day? Go eat. Okay, it's my daughter and she runs the pay table. Do you want her to eat or what? Okay. How many meals a year do we serve? Way at the back. How many? No, she was wrong. That's why I used that question. Far back. Yeah. Yeah. 130,000 meals a year we serve. How many schools do we serve? Don't yell it out. Okay. 18, that's right. Do you notice that I get people looking at me and they go, Mike? Like a threat. How many hours a week does Jim Searle work? 6. Moving on. How many times a month do we serve the children milk? Far back? No. No. Do you have 4 fingers up? 4. Yeah, that's it. Off you go. Okay, now we're just going to take a little break and let those folks get going. Yeah, that'll move quick tonight. She's got 4 lines going, so. No, just keep going. Okay. Well, have fun with it. Okay, how many times a month do we feed the kids fruit? Twice. You must serve you must take fruit. There we go. There's cheaters in the room. They deliver the fruit. I got, I'll say sorry, they do. They work hard. They work hard. It's a little bit of an advantage when you actually deliver the fruit. How many days a week do we provide them with bread? Every day, 5. You're right, Sylvia. Off you go. Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. I got money waving. Does anybody have $20 they're willing to come up here and give me? All right. You're next. You're next. No, I want your money too. Thank you. You're next. Up
Well,
you
that
go.
was.
Anybody else has $20?
I gotta say, next year, just forget the trivia. Really, just get right
Thank
to
you
the.
very much. You're next.
Oh, they're running, Mike.
Yep.
The next question. How many
I
people?
am retired. You can now bribe this peace officer all you want.
Wow.
You're up.
Wow.
You're up. Okay, all the rest of you are going to be waiting a while now.
Hashtag chaos.
Thank
Hashtag
you.
chaos. Hashtag sock puppet.
Thank you. Okay.
Note to self.
And thank you.
No trivia next time.
Okay, now we're going to have a really big line, but we'll wait a few minutes. Thank you very much. From the board. Awesome. Holy crap. Last year I got $20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Look behind you, Mike.
9, 10,
Look at this
11,
guy.
12. Oh, baby.
Oh.
You can go right now. Hi, boy, Jimmy.
You can cut in line for that.
Here. I sold for $300. Jesus. Now look at the lines.
To sort of thank the Best Western for what they do and what the meals provided by them.
Well, we got that all in because we want to bring chef out and everything, right? Yeah, let's just let it slide for a minute. We got like half the room up there.
Well, you folks are getting in line, ready to get your meal tonight. We do want to. We're gonna pay a special tribute to our fine cooking crew tonight, the Best Western Rainbow Country Inn. But we do want to say that Deanna and the Best Western have provided service for this great organization for many, many years. So when you're in the buffet line and you're looking at some of the staff members serving you, please say thanks to them. They work so hard. They work overtime for this. And I also want to mention, while you're in the line, if you could just remember that there is a great A-team they've spent thousands of hours behind the scene and on site. The last 4 weeks have been crazy. Up until 8 o'clock this morning, putting this event together, making sure everything was right for you tonight. So as you're in the buffet line, take a look around, shake some hands, say hi, and say thank you to the hardworking staff around you, all right? So I got him queued up. I just want to
So we should bring up.
So we're queued up.
Yeah,
this
let's.
way with him too,
Yeah,
so
so
he
let's
knows
do
what's
that.
up.
Let's bring up.
All right.
Yeah, let's bring him up.
Turn music off. You get it.
Yeah. Okay, while you folks are eating, we're going to have a few folks come up and say a few words. Barry Neufeld, have you eaten? If Barry could come up on behalf of the Chilliwack District Board, please. Barry.
Excuse me. Welcome to everyone tonight. The Board of Education wants to thank all of you for taking part in supporting the Bowls of Hope. For years, the Chilliwack Board of Education has stood quietly behind the Bowls of Hope. We were a little unsure how the community would accept it, and we are so pleased that 11 years in, how much support there is from the community for giving the opportunity for a correctional institution to give back to the community and become part of the community. As Her Worship, Mayor Gates said, it's hard for children to learn on an empty stomach. And I would also like to take this opportunity not only to thank the Bowls of Hope volunteers and the Bowls of Hope organization, but the many parents, teacher assistants, and teachers at the school who received the food from the program and organized to give it out to the kids. It really makes a difference in their learning, and I really believe it will make a difference long term in more satisfied young people growing up and a lower crime rate. So on behalf of the Chilliwack Board of Education, I want to thank all of you and express our great appreciation for your involvement in this program. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Barry. At this time, I'd like to ask MLA John Martin if he could come up and say a few words, please.
Hey, thank you so much. You know, one of the things I just love about being in my time in Victoria is being able to go and brag to all my colleagues about all the wonderful things that happen in Chilliwack. And if you think about what's been going on in the last 48 hours, loading up 4 semis full of food and goods for the people in Fort McMurray, we're in the national news spotlight for doing it. Chilliwack punches above its weight 365 days a year. And one of the great stories that has to be told is the Chilliwack Bulls of Hope. And we wanted to see what the province could do to assist this absolutely spectacular organization. So I went back to Victoria and banged on a few doors and shook a few branches and called in a couple favors. And very happy to present Bulls of Hope on behalf of the province of British Columbia, a check in the amount of $10,000 for their efforts.
This is the part where everybody knows I started becoming a blubbering idiot. That's incredible. Thank you so much, John. I'm just going to check that it's actually in here. Oh, yeah, it is. That's an incredible donation. I don't know what to say. Let's go. We can go home now. We're done. No, we're not. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. $10,000. That's incredible. At this point in time, I'd like to get Sylvia Newcomb to stand up. Sylvia, where are you? Come on, Sylvia, come up here.
What side closes first? This side, so let everybody know.
Oh, she's right there. Here. Oh my God. Jeez. I think we're gonna make it. Sylvia works her way up here. Come on up here, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, sweetie. 11 years ago, we started this program, and Sylvia Newcomb was working with me in the Community Correctional Center. I walked up to Sylvia one morning and I said, I know I'm your boss, and there's that little section in your contract that says other related duties, and I told her she was the treasurer of the Bulls of Hope. Yeah. So Sylvia's worked with us for 11 years. Sylvia just had a birthday, so everybody wish her a happy birthday. The best part of that birthday is she retired that day. And we're sad to say as an organization that we're losing Sylvia. She's going to move up to Kamloops to be with her grandchildren. So we just want to be a big heartfelt thank you to Sylvia, and that we're going to miss her a ton. So big hand of applause for Sylvia.
And I will be back next year.
Yeah. Not a girl. Not a girl. Hey, now she's making threats. She'll be back next year. Hey, quickly, I want to mention the team that's in this room. I'm not going to have the time to go through all the names, but if you look around, you're going to see people wearing yellow carnations. That's the actual core of the society that makes this organization run every day. We have 11 board members that work tirelessly year in and year out to make this happen. The average number of hours put in by board members to make this auction come off the ground is 110. We start in October, and we work from October up to tonight. And the last 2 months, I haven't played a lot of golf. That's all I can tell you. I retired to play golf, and I spent most of my time running around, meeting incredible people in this community who just can't stop giving. We have never had this kind of support with respect to prizes. We were absolutely blown away this year. We have $30,000 worth of prizes on this stage. Our first auction 11 years ago, we didn't have $30,000 in the room. We made $7,000. So you can see where we've come, but really where we are is simply because of the people in this room and the community of Chilliwack. They keep on giving, and then they give again when we show up. We never get turned away. We drop letters off, and we always get a phone call, and they say, come and pick your prize up. So we want to thank the community of Chilliwack. I'm asked at a lot of speaking engagements, why does it work in Chilliwack? And all I can say to them is, because it's Chilliwack. It's that simple. I tried to run this program in my career in various cities, and I won't name them all, but Abbotsford Mission, Agassiz. I could never get it off the ground. Came to this community, and within 2 months, the society was born, and 11 years later, this is what you have. It's been copied but never replicated. We've had folks in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia try to get it off the ground. It just doesn't work. So when I get asked why Chilliwack, simple, because it's Chilliwack. That's why this program works. So again, I want to recognize all the folks in the room. So if you see anybody with a yellow carnation, if you don't have if you have a second, just stick your hand out and thank them for what they do. I get called the face of the organization. Really, thanking me is not always the best thing. There's another 22 people in this room that do all the work. It's really easy when you're guiding the ship from the back and you yell at everybody to do stuff, and you got a big voice and a big head. The reality is, without the group in this room, none of this would happen. Never. So we are lucky. Numbers are showing that volunteerism is on the downslide in communities. We have more volunteers calling us weekly to join our organization to help us, and we never have a problem getting our food to the kids. So again, when you're asked why Chilliwack, because it's Chilliwack. So a big round of applause for all of you folks in our community. Okay, so we're going to start this up. Want to start the awards? Start the awards? You want to make sure they're eating.
Just asking if anybody hasn't gone up.
Yeah, they're all done. Everybody's done. But you need to tell me now is, no, we can't do Deanna and them. They're working. You want to call them up, or what? How are we going to do this, buddy? Why don't we do it? I'll tell the story. Why don't you call them up, and then I'll tell the story. Let's dig these out and sort them out first.
That's what it's all about. Sharon's on the prowl already. They're going silent auction. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the first silent auction ends at 8:30 tonight, and it will be this side that closes first. Sorry, those of you not watching. Looking at the stage, the left side will be the first side to close, okay? Waving over at me. Are you waving at me for some attention there? No, you're good. Perfect. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so proud to do this Corporate Partner Appreciation Awards. We do this to represent and to let the folks know about how much they're appreciated in their contribution to this great organization. We would like to ask Dan and Helen Oostenbrink to come up to the stage if they could, please. Dan and Helen Oostenbrink, If you could come on up to the stage, find your way around many of the live auction items and make your way up to the stage. Dan and Helen, where are you? I want to show you some love. I'm telling you. Dan and Helen Ostenbrink making their way up to the stage right now. Hi, guys. How are you? Mike? Oops. I got you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan and Helen. Local harvest. What can I say about local harvest? One day, Dan was working out in the field. I came in, asked Helen, is the owner around? I'm supposed to drink? Oh, jeez. Is the owner around? She said, well, Dan's out in the field. Do you mind if you get him? Dan comes in on this old rickety tractor and... Everybody go away. And old rickety tractor. And I look at Dan and I say, look, I'm from Bowls of Hope. And Dan goes, Bowls of Hope, what's that? I mean, we were the best kept secret in this city. I explained to Dan that we're feeding kids. And the moment I said feeding kids, Dan was in, 100%. Came and met us at the correctional center, said, whatever I can do, count me in. So what we've done is Dan helps us out and Helen all year long with our fruit and vegetables. That's where we go and get our apples, pears, all the organic fruit that we give to the kids because we're really concentrating on providing a very healthy, nutritional meal. And the biggest thing that Dan and Helen do for us is they allow us to put 2 8x8 commercial freezers in their barn where we store our food. And every year we go to Dan and Helen, we say, so what do we owe you guys for the electricity? And Dan says nothing. Anything we can do to help the kids, we're here to help. So what we've got tonight is just a little token of our appreciation. It's a certificate of appreciation from the Bowls of Hope. So big applause, please. Thanks so much. Thanks for all you guys do.
Another nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as they get their picture taken. Great supporters of tonight's incredible cause. As we're taking pictures, if we could please ask Norm Knott to come up to the stage. Norm Knott, if we could get Norm, where are you? I saw you earlier by the wine. There he is. He's coming up. Okay, there he is. Norm Knott, don't hide. Please come on up on stage. Thanks so much.
Get up here, come on. Norm threatened me if I brought him up here tonight, so of course, here's Norm. Norm Knott, what can I say? A great human being. I can't remember now, was it 3 years ago, Norm? I think 3 years ago, we lost our storage locker. It was donated by one of the local storage locker companies. Of course, the need for space came into play and they no longer could donate it to us. So Bev, who's working at the bar, said, Mike, why don't you go and see Norm Knott? He has a barn. And I said, a barn? What are we going to do with a barn? Anyhow, long story short, we went out and saw Norm. And Norm has one of the biggest chicken barns that you can see it from the space station. And Norm said, this is what I do on the bottom. You guys can have some space up top. And we went up top, and what is it, 18,000 square feet? 16,000 square feet he donated to us. We only need 110. But long story short, Norm was absolutely outstanding. He would get his tractor. He brings the tractor over with a forklift because everything's upstairs. He helps us put it through the doors. But the thing that touched us the most, and I know Norm didn't really want people to know this, but every year his family forgoes Christmas gifts and gives us all the money. So when I say a great human being, that's Norm Knott. So big hand of applause.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, one more nice round of applause. A really great guy, a really incredible human being, and a great guy. Mr. Norm Knott, everybody, right over here on my right, your left. And it is really quite a chicken barn, quite a party palace over there. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, another wonderful human being that has done so much for Chilliwack, not just with this organization, but I've known her for a long time, and she's done incredible stuff for a very long time. It's my great pleasure. We're looking for Fern Heaps. Fern, would you please come up to the stage? Fern Heaps. Come on up, Fern. We're showing you the love. Here she comes.
Great to see you. So, Fern, Chilliwack Foundation, what can I say? Somebody told us they had money. What does Mike do? Mike goes and asks them for money. We thought we could maybe get something in a chest freezer. We just needed space to store our food. But we were told by the foundation, put in an application and ask for what you really need. So I sat with Norm DeVoe, who's our food operations manager, and he said, you know what, Mike, what we really need is a commercial freezer. And I said, you're kidding me. I'm not going to go ask them for a commercial freezer. They're not going to give us that. And we were told, we'll give it a whirl. So we filled out the application, and lo and behold, Fern and her group approved an 8x8 commercial freezer for us that we put into Local Harvest. Story doesn't end there. We filled that freezer within 2 months, and now we're looking for freezer space again. Somebody says, Mike, go ask Chilliwack Foundation if they'd give you another freezer. So you got to be kidding me. They're not going to give us a second freezer. Long story short, we make application. 2 weeks later, Fern and her group call us and say, we'd be happy to provide you guys with a second commercial freezer. So this group has given us an opportunity now to get all the food and vegetables that we need for the year in a seasonal process, put it all together, processes it, and freeze it so that we can put it into use during the winter months. It has cut our cost by almost 60%, because everybody in this room knows what a vegetable costs in February. So for that, we thank the Chilliwack Foundation, and the children of Chilliwack thank them as well. So thank you so very much. Thank you, Fern. Thank you so much.
I've had the pleasure of working with Fern on many different projects over the years. So nice for this. How about a nice round of applause, Chilliwack, one more time. On my right, your left, Fern Heaps. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, from the Rotary Club of Chilliwack Fraser, we would like to ask Linda Rook to come up on stage, please. Linda Rook.
Hi, Linda. How are you? So Linda's here tonight representing the Rotary Club of Chilliwack-Fraser. So these stories are going to start sounding quite familiar. Norm and I were working a booth at one of the local golf tournaments, and Jerry Enns and some of the Rotary folks were coming through our hole, and Jerry Enns, I'm not going to lie, he'd been drinking, says to me, Mike, what could your society use? And I jokingly said, I would really need an industrial commercial panel van. And we laughed, he left. 4 months later, the Rotary Club of Chilliwack-Fraser called us and said, we've decided that our next fundraiser where they do their trips throughout the year was going to be for our society, and they bought us a brand new Nissan van that you see outside front here. And if we didn't have that van, we couldn't do half the things we do. Again, getting all the larger sums of vegetables when they're offered to us out of Vancouver and in the local valley, we had no way of getting those vegetables to the center and have them processed. So for that, we thank the Rotary Club of Chilliwack-Fraser for their generous donation of that Nissan van. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, we're the honored ones. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go over here. Right here.
To my right and your left, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Linda Rook, please. The Rotary Club of Chilliwack-Fraser. Now, this is a last but most certainly not least. We would like to ask Deanna Johnston and Kathy Morelli from the Best Western Rainbow Country Inn.
Deanna.
To come up on stage. These folks, without a doubt, they're working so hard tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, how did you enjoy your meal? How about a nice round of applause for the hardworking Rainbow Country Inn, Best Western?
You're not talking. I'll do all the talking.
Thank you very much.
So Deanna works at the Rainbow Country Inn, general manager, right? Yeah. As a general manager. Same similar kind of story. Walked in one day, asked Deanna if there's anything that the Rainbow Country Inn could do to help our society, and it's been a 10-year relationship since that day. Things that they do for us. They provide us with meeting space at any time. They do all the catering that you saw here tonight, which is absolutely wonderful. They provide prizes every year. This wine cellar has been 4 years running. There's nothing that they won't do for us. And at the end of the day, you can't ask for better corporate partners. So we're really honored to be working with Deanna and Kathy, and we're happy to present them with this appreciation award tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Picture. Deanna, picture.
Kathy Morelli is joining Deanna Johnston from the Best Western Rainbow Country Inn. Nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, from the Best Western Rainbow Country Inn, Kathy Morelli and Deanna Johnston. And they've been working here since 8 o'clock this morning, I might add, ladies and gentlemen, and countless hours before this event to make sure this goes off without a hitch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into my favorite part of the night. I just want to say quickly that we are closing the silent auctions on the right side, sorry, my right side of the room, your left side, at 8:30 tonight. Norm? Mike, before you go any further, can you please welcome to the stage Norm Devereaux? He's such an integral part of the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope. Will you please welcome Norm up to the stage?
Thank you, guys. This is a great event. It's been well attended over the years, and it continues to get better and better. Something that Mike Choka has not alluded to, every great team needs a great leader. Mike Choka has run this team flawlessly. It's been an awesome, awesome event. and he has done a great job, and without him, we would not be in the position we're in today. So thank you again, Mike, for everything that you do, and to the organization for everything they do to feed the kids. Thank you.
Yeah, let's get a photo. Oh yeah, I gotta go find the auctioneer. No, go get a photo first. I'll get the auctioneers. They're coming.
Thanks, Dennis.
Work dog. We gotta get ready to close that one.
What time is it right now, bro?
3 minutes.
3 minutes away from closing the left side of the silent auction, the first silent auction. We're 3 minutes away from closing that, getting close to our first live auction. We have 25 live auction items, ladies and gentlemen. 25 to be working with tonight. But lucky us, we have two of the finest auctioneers on the planet with us, so we're going to blow through this like nobody's business. Silent auction number 2 on your right side closes at 9 o'clock.
We just announced that's all we have left for cards.
Can you hold that up? Hold that. This is how many cards we have left for the diamond card draw, ladies and gentlemen. A $3,500 diamond ring at stake here. So please make sure they're $10 a piece. Make sure you grab some of those. Still some cards left, all right? Is everybody having a good time tonight? Is everybody feeling all right? Come on, I said, is everybody feeling all right tonight? This is the Chilliwack that I know and love right here. This is the stuff that makes me Chilliwack proud. I can't say it enough. You find folks that come out and do this, and I see many people. This is almost a weekly visit to a different event doing what you do. So thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause, Chilliwack. This is what it's all about. What a great city we live in, right? Just about 2 minutes left in closing the first silent auction. So if you have bids over on the left side of the room, make sure you hustle over and make sure that some of your bids have been protected. And we're going to be closing this down in 2 minutes. Some beautiful stuff on the left side of the room, everybody. So make sure you're over fighting for your auction bid. Moving down towards the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope tent. We have some cards left for the diamond card draw at $10 a piece. They're walking around and they're selling them right now, or you can come over and visit these two beautiful ladies at the tent. Still some time left. Not just ring to be given tonight, beautiful night at the Harrison Hot Springs Resort and Spa in the East Tower with a village view, and also a breakfast for two at the Lakeside Cafe. Item number 3 to be given away tonight is a face watch. That is, it's a Fitbit, but it's a watch. And also, we're giving away batteries for my wireless microphone, too. Lots to be done here. Make sure you do that, right? There's a bit of a hustle right now at the silent auction side on the left side of the room. Everybody making sure they've got their bids. Hey, man. Making sure everybody's got their final bids at stake here. And the beautiful folks of Aromatica Fine Teas are still here, serving up an after-dinner Aromatica Fine Tea. What's that? What is the after-dinner? What are we doing?
Lemongrass vanilla iced tea.
Lemongrass vanilla iced tea. Nothing says fun like lemongrass vanilla iced tea. So come on over and say hi. Aromatico Fine Tea is still here till 8. Till 9, rather, sorry. Mike, who's the Pay It Forward going to?
Chilliwack Learning Society.
Chilliwack Learning Society. My night is this one here. Which one are you talking? The band or the solo? Well, for me, depending on when it is, where it is, goes anywhere from 800 up to 16. So, what do you think? Yes, of course. I feel bad because I missed Colin's wedding. His wedding. Let me know. Let me hook you up with maybe like a 3-piece jazz trio or something like that, just background music in there, or you want to make a splash on the parking lot? Either way, you let me know and I'll take it care of it. These are, mine is a Sunday show, my solo one for this is a Sunday show, might not work for you. And the on-air remote is for my Sunday 70s show. So, I'll talk privately and I'll make sure you guys are taken care of, for sure. Yes, of course. Well, maybe what I would love to do then, with you privately, what we'll do is we'll work on a deal where I'll cut my wage and you put your name on that wage and goes home. I would love that. I'd love that, man. That's not the incentive. We'll do it between us. That makes me happy, man. That's my wife, Tracy, by the way. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys did that. You thought it was just a stalker thing. What is it? Okay.
Anywhere west of North America.
I know they fly
To the front, to the white tents.
We're out to Aruba.
4 $50 gift cards?
Central America.
Yeah. Just say anywhere in the
Yeah.
world. West just flies, then we don't get fun. You said it went to and they don't. It's up here if they want to look.
Regarding gift cards tonight, if I could have bidders 145 and 301 to the white tent, please. Thank you very much. Bidders 145 and 301. Thank you. Those $50 gift cards are such a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. $50 gift cards get you 6 months feeding a kid for 6 months. Or you can do the 100 and it feeds a kid for a year. It's so fun. Or you can look around the table and you can buy a table full of them, which is always fun as well. They'll be coming around your tables shortly.
No tax receipt. No tax receipt. Okay, you want to announce our volunteers over you and I can we go over there too?
If we can get all the volunteers to the left side of the room to close the silent auction, please. Thank you very much. All the volunteers to the left side of the room to close this first portion of the silent auction. Don't forget, we're half an hour away from closing the second side. Yes, please. I'm dying for some lemongrass, honeydew, porcupine, bubblegum. Dying for that's good. That's enough. I have to drive. Thank you. So much fun. Look at this. The martini, right? It's my secret martini corner. Nothing says fun. Oh my goodness, that's a good healthy. Nothing says fun like Aromatico Fine Teas, Mike. I love that. Mike, you should have one
I
too.
need to have one now.
That'll bring you back to life.
That looks James Bondish.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, can we get the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope volunteers over to silent auction number 1, please?
So good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Auction is closed. Please step away. The auction is now closed.
We're coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Auction is closed. Please step away. Those of you putting your final bids in, you're done.
The auction is
Congratulations.
closed.
Thank you so much to all of you who did bid on the left side of the room tonight. A reminder that we do have the right side still, and that includes our platinum
thank
section.
you so much.
Sparing no expense tonight with the black and silver star balloons. Make sure you check out the platinum section. All kinds of incredible stuff over there, and it is only on the right side. Just by round of applause, how many golfers in the room tonight? Just make some noise if you swing the stick. Anybody out there? 7 of you. That should be perfect then. This should be not a big fight at all. 2 incredible golf packages full of golf passes for incredible golf courses all over the valley, including our very favorite Chilliwack Golf and Country Club.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your pink bidding slips ready, we're going to start our live auction in 1 minute. So if we can get the spotters out. Volunteers, when you're done dropping off those bid sheets, if you could start getting yourselves in position, please. Hey, welcome to the stage, Dennis Pathamon. He is one of the fastest talking auctioneers. And people are practicing. Do not put that in the air unless you're ready to spend money. Yeah. Okay, Dennis, let's go.
Yes, practice all you like. It's a charity auction. I take lots of bids when you're practicing. Again, thank you very much for inviting me to help the kids again for another year. I love this. Basically, that's what I donate to all year round as the kids in Chilliwack. So don't forget what we heard earlier on. We're up here now to do some business and raise lots of money and have a bit of fun too. So we're going to start off. Yes, sir.
They don't know that the prizes are inside that brochure that's sitting on their table. They don't realize that.
Okay, you can follow along with the auction items. They're right in your brochure on your table there. So dig down a little bit, open it up, and it'll have all the auction items on there. So you don't have to just listen to me, you can look at it as well. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first item here, Line X Spray on protective truck bed liner coating by Trademasters. And somebody start with about $800, well, $500 to start there. $500 to start there. Anybody with a truck there? $500, $300 to start. $300 to start it here. Well, a couple, 300 and a half, 3.5, 300, 3.5, a 300 and a half, 3.5, a 300 and a half, 3.5, 300 and a half. How does it sound back there, Billy? 300 and a half, 3.5, 3.5, 300 and a half, a 300 and a half. The idea here is we got to go up. We got 3 over in the middle there, 300, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5, 300 and a half. With the first item here, 3.5, 400, 400, 400 and a half, 4.5, 4.5, 500, 500, 4.5, 500, 500. Your bid. At 4.5, 500 of 500, guys. 4.5, 500 of 500 of 4.5 and $500. At 4.5 and $500. At 4.5 and 500 of still a great buy. 500 and a half, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. Over here now, 500, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5. The all finished. At 500's over here, 5.5. It won't hurt you to go another $50. You're getting this item there. 500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. And I sold it over here to the 162, $500. Thank you all. Good start. Okay, the second item is a $1,000 gift certificate for master painting and renovations, and you can have either painting or renovations. So you can decide on that. And $1,500, $1,000 on item number 2. $1,000 on it, $1,000, well, $800. Don't forget you can get your place renovated as well. $500 to start it then, $500. Who and everybody's needs some work. 506. At 5 and 6 and 7 at 7 and 8 at $800, $800, 7 and $800. At 7 is away at the back at 7 and 8, 8 and 9 at 9, at 8, 9 and 10 at 10, at 9 and 10 at $10, $900 over here and $10 at $1,000, at 9 and $1,000, at 9 and $1,000 at $1,000, 9 and $1,000 at $1,000, at 9 and $1,000 going at $900. Let's get her up to 1,000 there. At $900 over here. Who needs to get repairs or painting done? $900, 9.5 then, $900, 9.5, you all done, $900, 9.5. And I sold it over here, $900, 374. Yeah, give them all a clap. This is a really neat package here, the dining package, around $700 value. Original Joe's, Yellow Deli, Bozzini's, Wu Mei, Sushi, Greek Islands, Hugo's Mexican, IPO, Vietnamese, Gong Sushi, Canton Gardens, Earl's, Jimmy J's, Major League 2, Lakeside Beach Club, The Well Public House, and Garrison Bristol, and Frankie's. And you can just see all the work that goes into doing this thing. Look at all that package there. All these people are approached and helped out. So we got this fine package, dining package there. And $1,000 on it, $1,000 on it, $800, $800. Well, $500 to start it. $500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. At 5.5 and 600, 600. 5.5 and $600, $600, $600. At 5.5 and $600, 600 and a half, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5, 600, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5, 600, 6.5. At 600 and a half, you're getting the value here and helping out. 600 and a half, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5, 600, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5, 600, 6.5. I read them all off to you. You'll be set for $6.5 and $700. At 6.5 and $700, 700 set for the whole year here. 6.5 and $700, 700 and a half, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5, 700, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5, 700, 7.5. I guess I should have said it was $1,000 value, eh? It's an auction. 700 is over here and a half, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5. Yeah, get them up there. 700, 7.5. You all done then? At 700 and a half, 7.5, 700, 7.5. Sold right here, $700, 309 is it? 309. Thank you all. Okay, the Cold Chain Band. Live band at your party. And featuring Rick Nazet, Steve Young, Terry Seekins, and Colin Maxwell. And special guest, you know him, Trevor McDonald. Total value around $1,000. And $1,500, $1,000 to go. $1,000 on it there, well, $800. $800. Just think about it, the whole group there, right at your own place. $800. $500 to go then. $500. $500, $600, $700, $700, $6 and $700, $700, 7 and 8 at 8, at 7 and 8 and 9 at 9, at 8 and 9, at 8 and $900, $900, at 8 and $900, $900, 8 and $900, guys, $900, 8 and $900. At 8 and $900, $900, $900, 8 and $900 bids over there at 8 and $900. At $800 and $900, 8 and a half, you guys. You got another $50. 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half, 800 and a half, 8 and a half. You all done? Yes. Look at this. Personal appearance right now, 800, 8.5. At 800 and a half, 8.5. For the kids, $800, 8.5 going out. At 800 and a half, 8.5, and 900, 900, 8.5, and $900. Thank you very much, you guys. 8.5 and 9 over there at $900. 8.5 and 900 down, 900, 8.5 and $900. And we sold it right here for $850. What's your number, guys? 195. Okay. They almost made it all the way. The Chilliwack Chiefs. Sweet night for 14 people. Value around $500. 14 tickets. Yes. And a sweet night there. And 7.5, well, $500. Just think about it. Up there with all your buddies. $500 to start it, $400 to start it. On the Chiefs night, $400 to start it, $400 to start it. Hey, where's the Chief fans? $400, $300 and $300 and a half, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5, 300, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5, 300, 3.5. A 3. There's got to be more than one Chief out there. Fan, 300, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5. A 300 and a half, 3.5, 300, 3.5 for the suite there at $300, 3.5. Are you all done in one bid at $300, 3.5? A 300 and a half, 3.5 and 400, 400. 3.5 and $400. A 3.5 and 400, 400. 3.5 and 400 and a half, 4.5. A 400 and a half, 4.5. Just wave that flag back there. 400 up, 4.5. A 4. Gee, that guy just about got it right in here. A 400 and a half, 4.5. A 400 and a half, 4.5. 400, 4.5. You all done? 400, 4.5. What about you guys back there? 400, 4.5. And I sold it over here, $400. $433. Thank you. Hey, this is one that is really neat for our area here. I'm sure a lot of you have already done this. I haven't, but not for years anyway. We've got 2 4-hour sturgeon adventures for 4 people, times 2. Great River Fishing Adventure. What a neat donation they gave here. Not just 1, but 2. By Landon Gill, guided by Landon Gill. And the top bidder can take 1 or both packages, and we'll give the other one to the runner-up choice if not. And $900, $800, $800, well, $500 to start it. $500 sturgeon fishing for 4 hours. A friend of mine went out, and they caught 3 fish. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. 500 and a half, 5.5. I got 500 over here and a half. A 500 and a half, 5.5. A 5.5 and 600, 600. A 5.5 and $600, $600. A 5.5 and 600, $600. 5.5 and 600. Just a lot of good fun. 600 and a half, 6.5 and 7, 700. 6.5 and $700, $700. At 6.5 and $700. At 6.5 and $700, 700. 6.5 and $700. At 6.5 and $700. At 6.5 and $700. You all done at 6.5 and $700, 6.5 and 7. Sold in here at $650. You want 1 or 2? The 2 of them. Thank you very much. And the kids, thank you. What was that number again? 412, was it? Hello? 412, yeah. And we've got handmade Deacon's Bench at the front here. Handmade by the CCC craftsmen. Oh, right here to my left. Handmade, handcrafted bench there. And $700 on it, $700 on the bench. There's $700, $600. $600 on it. Well, $500, $5 handcrafted at $500, at $300, $300. Don't forget, what we're here for, 300 and 400, 400, 3 and 400, 3 and $400, 3 and 400, 300, 300 and 400, 400, 3 and a half. 300 and a half on the bench and 400, 400, 400, 400 and a half, 4 and a half. And now you're both out, 400, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 500, 500, 500, 500 and a half, 5 and a half, 500 and a half, 5 and a half, 500 and a half, 5 and a half, 500, 5 and a half, and 600, 600. At 5 and a half and 600, they're out at 5 and a half, $600. At 5 and a half and 600, $600. At 5 and a half and 600, 600. At 5 and a half and $600, 600 and a half, 6 and a half. At 600 and a half, 6 and a half. At 600 and a half, 6 and a half. Take a look here. We've only got 1, 6 and a half, and 700. At 6 and a half and 700 and a half, 7 and a half. At 700 and a half, 7 and a half. Jump in there. 700 and a half, 7 and a half. At 700 and a half, 800, 800, 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half. 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half, and 900, 900. We could bring this up to $1,000. 8 and a half, 900. At 8 and a half and $900. At 8 and a half and $900. And I sold it to the lady, $850, $330. Thank you both very much. Okay, from Sham Sports Youth Hockey Equipment, shoulder, elbow, shin pads, helmet, gloves, pants, bag, and stick can be fitted for youth. That's youth only, just not for adults. And there's no skates in this package. Okay, Sham Sports will fit the youth for this package there. And $500, $500, $400. Hockey package, 405. At 400 and 500, up 500, up 400, $500. At 400 and 500, up 500, up 400 and $500. At 400 and 500, up 4.5 and 500, 500. 4.5 and 500, up 500, up 500, up 500 and a half, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5. At 500 and a half, 5.5, 500, 5.5. At 5.5 and 600, 600. At 600 and a half, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5. 600, 6.5. At 600 and a half, 6.5. 6.5 and 700, 700. At 6.5, 700 and a half, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5. Nobody over there. At 700 and a half, 7.5. At 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 700 and a half, 7.5. At 700 and a half, 7.5, 700, 7.5, 700, 7.5, 750. Sold out there for 700, 420. Thank you. Wonderful, it's picking up, that's what we need. And we got this beautiful living room set with this very unique chest and nightstand to match. And the beautiful lamp there from J. Bellum Furniture Gallery. They always seem to be here helping out. And $4,000 on there, $4,000 on the set. You get the big chest, the nightstand, Chesterfield, and the lamp. $3,500, $3,000 there, $2,500, $2,500 on it. Just take it and enjoy it. It's all beautiful there. Well, $2,500, $2,000 to go. $2,000 on the set, the whole set. $2,000 on it. Well, $1,500, $1,517 half. At $1,570 half, 7 half, 15, 16. At 15, 1,600, 1,600, 15, 1,600. At 15, $1,600. At 15 and 1,600, 1,600, 15 and 1,600. At 15 and $1,600. At 15 and 1,600, 1,600. At 15 and $1,600. At 15 and $1,600. If you need a new set, how can you go wrong here? At 15 and 16, way below the value. 15 and $1,600. At 15 and 1,600, 1,600, 15 and 1,600. At 15 and a half. At 15 and a half, 15 and a half. You all done one bid. 1,500, 15 and a half on it. 1,500, 15 and a half. 15 and a half and 1600. 1600. 15 and a half and 16. We should have started higher than this anyway. At 1600. 50. You just about had it. 15 and a half and $1,600. At 15 and a half and $1,600. 1600. At 15 and a half and 1600. Just the price of the coach. At 15 and a half, and you get all the rest. At 15 and a half and 1600. 15 and a half, 1600. Sold it away out there. What's your number? 313. 1550. Okay, here comes another terrific barbecue party. 4-hour solo show by Trevor McDonald. Barbecue from Fortin's, and you get to keep this beautiful barbecue. You get from Fortin's Home Hardware, that is, and you get 10 steaks from Meadow Valley Meats, cooked for you. So you get the whole party, including Trevor, and then you get to take the barbecue home with you. And $1,500, $1,000 on it. $1,000 on the package, not even the price of the barbecue. Well, $700 to start it. 7 and 8. Oh, look at them. 8 and 9 at 9. At 8 and 9 at 9. At 8 and 9 at 9. 9, 9, 10, 10. 9 and 10 at 10 and 11, 11 and 12, 12 and 13, 13, 14, 14. 13, 14, 15, 15. At 14, 15, at 1,500, at 14, $1,500. At 14, 15, the bid's over here. At 14, 50. All you guys here that were bidding, get in there. 14 is over here, 1,500. At 14 and 1,500. At 14 and 1,500, at 1,500, at 14 and $1,500. At 14 and 1,500, at 14 and 15 and 16 at 16, 15 and 1,600. At 15 and 1,600, 1,600. At 15 and 16 on 16. Just think how much. 16, 17, 17. New man. At 16 and 17. At 16 and 17 on 17 at 16 and $1,700. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. 16, 17. At 17, 18, 18. At 18, 19, 19. At 18, 1900. At 18 and 1900, 1900. At 18 and 1900, 1900. At 18 and 1900. Let's get this up to 2. At 18 and 1900, at 18 and 1900, 1900, at 18 and 19, at 8, 19 and 2, 2 and 1, 21, at 2 and 1, $2,100, $2,100, at 2 and 1, $2,100, $2,100, at 2 and 1, $2,100, 2 and 1. I wish I had 2 packages. 2 and 1, $2,100, and 2, 22. 21 and 2. At 21 and 200, 2 on 3. At 22, 23. We got a good spotter over there. 22 and 300. At 22 and 300, $300. At 22 and $300. At 22 and 300, $300. 2,300, 22, 23, 22, $2,300. 23, 23. And 24. 24 and 5, 25, 24 and 5, $2,500. At 24 and $500. You're helping, you're helping, you're helping. At 24 and $500. At 24 and $500, $2,500. At 24, 25, 24, 25, 24 and a half and 5, 25 and a half, 25 and a half, at 2,500 and a half, at 2,500, at 25 and a half, at 2,500, at 25 and a half, 25 and a half, and I sold it back there, $2,500. Number is 147. Thank you all, wonderful. Here is a chef right here that's going to cook for you that night. Right here. Thank you very much. Here's your chef. Okay, right along with that, you can think about it. You can take all the wine with you too and have a really big party. Home wine cellar, fridge and wine donated by Best Western Rainbow Country Inn. I'm sure when I sold last time, it was here again. and 50 bottles of the best. 50 bottles of wine and $1,000 on it, $800 to go. $800 to go, and 9, and 8, and 9, at 9, and 10, at 10, at 10, 9, and 10, at 10, at 10, and 11, 11, and 12, at 12, 11, and 12, at 12, 11, and 12, 11, and 12, at 12, 11 and 1200 out, 1200 bids away at the back, 11 and $1,200, 11 and $1,200 out, $1,200, 11 and $1,200, 11 and $1,200 out, $1,200 on the package, 11 and $1,200. 11 and $1,200 out, $1,200. 11 and $1,200 out, 12. Are you all done? 11 and 12 and 13 at 13 back there at 12 and 1,300. At 12 and 1,300 at 1,300. At 12 and 13, is that 13? 12 and 1,300 at 12 and 1,300 out, 12 and 13. And I sold it over here, $1,200. Your number is 320. Now, the feature for me anyway is Mother's Day, a special day coming up. We got Queen for a Day basket. Great Mother's Day gift. A scarf and a gift certificate from Bella Clothing, and tanning from Tropicana, Tanning Escape Spa package from Undine's, cut and color by Skina, and hair products from Illusions Hair Studio. Have decor items by Creekside. Have decor items by Creekside. Pedicure from Nancy Nails. 4 hours of house cleaning. So you can get all that done and watch them clean your house too at the same time. From Lifestyle Home Services. Dinner at Original Joe's and wine and chocolate. Wow, Mother's Day special. And $1,000 on it, $1,000 on it, $800 to go. At $800 to go. Have you got your card ready, Bill? At $800 to go there. Well, $500 on it, $500 on it, $500, 500 and a half, 5 and a half. At 500 and a half, 600, 600. At 5 and a half, 600 and a half, 6 and a half. At 6 and a half, 700, 700. At 6 and a half, 700, 700, 6 and a half, and $700. Got it in the middle there. At 700 and a half, 7 and a half. At 700 and a half, 7 and a half, 700, 7 and a half, 800, 800. 7 and a half, 800, 800, 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half. At 800 and a half, 8 and a half, 800, 8 and a half, 900, 900. 8 and a half, 900, 900, 8 and a half, $900, $900. At 8 and a half and $900. At 8 and a half and $900. Anybody else going out? 8 and a half, $900 for the package. 8 and a half, $900 for Mother's Day. 8 and a half, $900. Sold right in here. 423. 850. 850. Okay, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and Big Billy's coming up to sell the last half for you. So you might get a story or two. So thank you again, you guys, for your great help for the kids. I love you all. Thank you.
That's the best we've ever done. Oh man, did we ever go? Did we ever go? Those people do things they shouldn't do. I like that. That's crazy. 14, 21, 3,000, 4,000. 7. Yeah, we got to close that up. We got to close that up. Let's go 5. Give him 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another big hand for Dennis, our great auctioneer? Isn't that something else? Thank you so much. It's without saying, it's absolutely humbling to be a part of this whole thing and to offer up my services. You guys are doing a great thing for a great cause. I promise you tenfold back in return. And are you all having a good time? Is everybody still feeling okay? We still got some fun left in us on this Friday night, right? I would like you all, if you would be so kind, is to pay attention to the right side of the room. We have about 4 minutes left in that silent auction, and we're going to be closing that off. That includes a great golf package, all kinds of great platinum table stuff. So please take a good look at that again. Make sure your prizes are protected, all right? Get over there and have a look. Thank you so much. A lot of the folks who donated prizes for this are here tonight, so we can't thank you enough. It's a double dip and a double duty, but we sure appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for all our hardworking volunteers and staff for tonight's incredible auction. Nice round of applause for all the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope volunteers and staff.
Call Chef out. I'll go get Chef, okay? Give me a sec. I'll hide.
Yeah, thanks.
Ronnie Ron. Hey, oh, hi. Yeah.
The cards. They're walking around,
and
are
then
they not?
later on, they're going to come around even.
They're going to come right to your table.
Right up. See where the sign is. Whoa.
All right, this is going to get funky. Nope, maybe not. And it's last call. Nope. Oh, and it's going to get funky again, and there we are. Welcome back to our regular programming, ladies and gentlemen. That was just to make sure you were still staying tuned. Over at the White Chilliwack Bowls of Hope tent, we are selling the $50 gift cards that will feed a child for 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't feel like going over to the tent to buy one, they're going to come around shortly, so hang out. They're going to come to your table. $100 will buy a child food soup for 1 year, ladies and gentlemen. That's a really great investment. If you don't feel like heading over to the silent auction tables, or maybe you missed out on one of the live auction things you wanted, please make sure you do participate in that. And we do still have our $3,500 diamond ring draw to be given away tonight.
Okay.
I need Edwin. I need Chef.
Okay, go. Yeah. I don't know who's running the raffle. Look, there's too much coming at me right now.
Slow on, just slow.
Okay, just give me a minute. I gotta go do something.
Grab Chef. Those of you wondering about the raffle tonight, fear not, the raffle is just around the corner. We're going to be doing that as well. All kinds of great stuff. I asked you earlier to just take a quick look at all the sponsors on the screen to my left and your right tonight. We haven't announced a lot of the sponsors tonight because our good friends with VBN are doing an incredible job. How about a nice round of applause for the folks working the video and the camera crew tonight? All our sponsors are up on that screen, and we'd ask you to have a look at that every once in a while. And it's just a great bunch of folks doing some great stuff tonight for this great event. If you still feel the need for some Aromatica tea, she's still pouring over there. Isn't that awesome? She said she'd be here till 7:30. I told her she might have to be here till 3 in the morning. She said that's okay. That's what she does. Stay away from my wine. Stay away. Do you know part of this auction is I get to come and drink it with you? You know that, right? That's the fun thing. Somebody said last year was 75 bottles. Well, there was 75 here earlier, and Mike and I got into it, so there's 50 left now. You know we have security, right, ladies? You know that you can't just walk away with stuff.
We're done. Well, we got to do it sometime.
So listen, one of the coolest things about this evening is the various draws and auctions and whatnot. Before we get to the card draw, let's announce there's 1 minute left in the silent auction on the right side of the room. If we could get all the volunteers.
with her to go with Melissa. Do your thing.
Okay, all right. Cindy, come with me. Talk to me. No fun without a little chaos, my dear. Cindy Waters is with me right now. She is one of the folks on the back bench who never gets the credit she deserves. She's wonderful. And, okay, you're taking me somewhere. Where are you leading me? Hi. I know. I don't want to put you on the spot, but can I have some of your... Are you going to eat that? Come with us, please. Come on. Come with us, my dear. Putting you on the spot. Cindy, I turn the mic over to you. Oh, yeah. You can introduce her, and she talks all about it. It's a great thing.
Okay, Melissa Taylor is here to talk to us about the sock monkeys that we have and what this program is all about.
Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Taylor and I'm the area director for Fraser Valley Community Corrections. And these sock monkeys are made in our institutions by offenders under a program called the Work to Give. And basically the concept of the program is that we have very talented offenders inside our institutions, and we have them making and producing items to donate to communities that are in need. So we also had these made for the Chilliwack Bowls of Hope Society today so that we could share them with you. So thank you very much.
Sock monkey. Hashtag sock monkey. Thank you so much, Cindy. Hashtag sock monkey. We're starting a revolution.
Hey, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, how was that meal tonight? Did everybody enjoy that meal? Here's Chef Edwin and his crew. Really like you guys to give them a big round of applause. They've been working their buns off to feed you tonight. I was telling Chef that really the only reason we got through that first half of the auction with so much money was because of the food. So thank you, Edwin.
It's fried, buddy. I got you. No, I got this.
Yeah,
If we could get all the volunteers over to the right side of the stage, we're going to end the silent auction on the right side. All the volunteers are already over here. We're closing down the silent auction. Sorry, mate. Closing down the silent auction on the right side.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pens down. Step away, please. Step away from the tables. Thank you. Silent auction number 2 is closed. We will be starting the second half of the live auction in 1 minute. Great work, guys. Awesome. So Ballum is giving me back the equipment. He's going to get you to go buy a pair of skates. Like he'll pay for them to put in, and then I can take them. You and I are going to find a kid on our program, okay? So you want to let Shem know that we need a pair of skates. Okay. What the hell's wrong with Reimer?
What?
What's wrong with Reimer?
Well,
I said 1,200. He's like 27.
23.
Yeah, whatever.
But I did.
There we go.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just about to start second part of the live auction. I'd like to make a quick announcement. Can I get everybody's attention for a second, please? I'd like to make a quick announcement. When we auctioned off the youth hockey equipment, Jimmy Ballum of J. Ballum Furniture won that. And what he's done, and he's done this now for a number of years, is he's now donating that back to our society. He's going to buy a pair of skates, so it's a complete set of equipment, and then we're going to make sure that gets to one of our kids on the program that wants to play hockey next year. So a big round of applause for Jimmy Ballum.
Put it on channel 4 somehow.
We'll get it, and we'll interject it. Okay, you want to go get your people together? And once you give me the high sign, we'll interject it. Should we do the card draw? Let's do it. Okay.
One of my favorite parts of this evening is Mike's finesse with the card draw. Now, the great payoff on this, of course, is a $3,500 diamond ring. Wow, that's different. So Mike is going to use his wizardry at the card draw. And so all you folks who bought cards tonight, who feels lucky tonight? Who feels lucky out there? Who's looking for a $3,500 diamond ring? Jerome, I love you, but you know, if we could have what's that? Where's Jason? Oh, there he is. Hi, Jason. Jason, Councillor Jason, can we have you for a second up here? We just need to know if the ring is going to fit your finger. You look like a size 7 to me. Regular. Hi, Jason. Very good. Can you pick the first card, man? Thanks. So fun. Don't let him see it, Jace. I'm going to do the drum roll part. Couldn't afford a drummer. Kenny. Hey, we're going to have some fun, Canada Day. I'm coming.
Hey,
to
if you have a red card, stand up. Stand up if you have a red card.
Jim sure will draw again.
If you have a diamond, sit down. Oh, now everybody's upset. All the people still standing aren't so upset. If you have a club, stand up. If you have a numbered card, sit down. If you have a face card, stand up. If your face card is a queen, sit down. If your face card is a jack, come on up. Jack of clubs. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I told you he was a wizard.
Which one do you have? It's hers. Sees the cut. Yeah, here we go. Right. Here's our winner. You want the diamond ring or do you want the watch? Okay, it's up front. Yeah. Hey, if you have a blue card, stand up. Blue card. If you have a face card, sit down. If you have a face card, sit down. Jim, that's a face card. Sit down. It doesn't matter. Neither one's going to work. If you have a face card, sit down. Flip your blue card over. If you have a painted diamond on it, stand up. No, flip it over. Not a diamond. Flip it over. It's going to be a black painted diamond. Okay, stay on your feet.
Oh.
If your card is between 1 and 7, sit down. If your card is between 7 and 9, sit down. If your card is the 10 of diamonds, come on up.
He was enthusiastic all night long. He earned that one. That's like Oscar night right there. It's like the whole cast of the Titanic over there just loving that award right there. I love that.
Okay, last one.
Last one, Mike.
Last one.
Last one. I feel bad because this is kind of my favorite part.
I love this.
Yeah.
Everybody gets mad at you.
Yeah, but you're good at it, though. You really
sit down.
You can't see that on YouTube. You can't work that the way he works it on YouTube.
Hey, if you have a red card, don't get up. So blue cards on your feet. If you have a blue card, that's a number. Sit down.
Come on, Gail. Come on, Gail.
If you have a face card, that isn't a Jack. Sit down. Flip your blue card over. If you have a black painted diamond on it, stay on your feet.
Okay, hell!
If you have the Queen of Hearts, come on up.
Queen of Hearts gets you every
come
time.
on now, somebody's got the Queen of Hearts. What are you? Yeah, can't you follow the rules? You never even stood up. You just sat there. Queen of Hearts, is this me? You win.
He's a humble winner. There's nothing wrong with that.
There we go. And that's our fun card draw that I enjoy the most.
Trying to make friends, not lose him. He just quietly came up when all the hubbub was done.
Okay. So as we talked about earlier, guys, we're going to have our $50 cards moving around now. So as we're doing the live auction, second half, our volunteers will be working their way around the tables with these $50 cards. So let us know if you're interested.
Even
Put
better
your
than
hands
that,
up
Mike.
high in the air
Yeah,
if you're
please.
looking for a $50 card. Here they come.
Feeds a student for 6 months a $50 card. So if you're interested, please let us come over to you. Put your hand up at the tables. $100 a course feeds for 1 year. It's a really great cause, and why not? That's why we're all here tonight. The great cards are $50 each, and there's some cards. There's some hands already going up right now. How many people do we have out there? They shouldn't be putting hands up for an hour, right? I know. We need some volunteers out here looking at... Jason, you don't have to keep your hand up. I'm going to come over to you anyway. That's great. Now he's got 2 hands up. He's buying for the table. I love that enthusiasm. I love that. Look at this big man here. Look at this good-looking guy from last year. I love that. Look at that guy. We're just going to come to every table. Please don't worry about the hands. That's just way too much exercise after 9 o'clock at night. I'm 21 years old, and I already feel your pain. So please. Don't worry, we're coming to your tables, and we'd love to give you some of these $50 cards. And thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your participation. Mike?
Second part of the silent auction. This live auction, I'm sorry, this is Bill Ellis. Bill has donated his time for day one, so 11 years. So big hand for Bill. Fast talking Bill. We're going to hand it over to him. We're going to see if he can outdo Dennis. You got to outdo $10,000. Off you go.
Thanks, Mike. Everybody having a good time? Everybody spending lots of money? Yeah. Ready to spend some more? I see a few teachers out there that are just itching to get at her. Ex-teachers. Anyway, I'll be a tough act to follow with Dennis. I mean, you supported Dennis really well. As we know, all the monies go to a very good cause, and this group works tirelessly to feed the young people that are so in need. Okay, we have item number 13 on your program. The Bowls of Hope are doing a pay forward, and this one, the proceeds are going to the Chilliwack Learning Society. It's a 58-inch Samsung Smart TV. You'll have to look at the box, sir. It's not. Apparently, that's what Mike said. So those of you who need a wide-angle TV for watching your favorite sporting athletes, here's your chance. Okay, who's got $1,000 on then? $1,000, $1,000, $900, $900. You're going to bet $900, go $800. $800 on then, $800, $800 on the Samsung 58-inch TV. It's a smart TV there. $700 on then, a $700. A $700, you want to bid a 7 at 7 at $700. You're going to bid a 7 at 7, bid $600. 600 in the back, now 7. I bid 6 and 7 at 7 at 6 and 7 at 7 at 7 and 8 at 8 at 8 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 10 at 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10 100. I'm bid 9 in the corner, need 1000. 900 bid 1000, now 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 1100. I'm bid $1,000, need 1100, can you go 11? I'm bid 1000, now 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 1100. At 1000 bid 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10 and a half. 1000 bid now a half. At 1000 bid and a half, at 1000 bid and a half. My bid's way at the back at 1,000. I'm looking for 1050. At 1000, bid and a half, at half, at 1000, bid at 10 and a half. Now 11. At 10 and a half, 11, 11, 10 and a half, 11, 11, 10 and a half, bid 1100, 1100, 10 and a half, bid 11. 10 and a half and 11, 11, 10 and a half and 11, 11, 10 and a half and 11. You all said and done at 10 and a half and 11, 11, now 12. 1100, bid the 12, bid a 12, bid a 12, 11 and a half and 1200. 11 and a half and 1200, 1200. You want to go with the 1200, 11 and a half and 1200, 1200 and a half. Thank you. At 1200 and a half, at a half, at a 1200 and a half, at a half, at 1200 and a half, at a half, at 1200 and a half. At 1200 bid and a half, at a half, at 1200 bid and a half, at a half, at 1200 bid and 1250. 1200 bid, need 1250, 1200 bid, 12 and a half, smart TV. Be the smartest thing in your house. 1200 and a half, at a half, at 1200 bid and a half, at a half, at 1200 bid and a half. You all said and done. I'm bid 1200. Looking for 1250 at 1250, and I sold it straight away. $1,200, and the number is 136. Thank you very much. Okay, more of those? Too much shit here. You're good? Yeah. Okay. Next item for you here, we have vehicle detailing. You get one vehicle detail per month for a year. Craftsman Collision has donated 12 details. Thank you, Craftsman Collision. Okay, we're looking at about a $2,500 value here, folks. So you get 12 details over the course of a year, one a month. Who's got $2,500 on, then a $2,500. In and out detail. $2,500, give me a $25, $25, $2,200, give me a $2,200. $2,200, $2,000 on it, $2,000, give me a $2,000. Who's got $1,500? $1,500, get a bit of 15, 15, 15, 15, $1,400, get a bit of 14. $1,400, get a bit of 14. How many are tired of detailing and cleaning and washing their car? Here's your chance. Who's got $1,200 on, then a $1,200. $1,200 on, $100 a month. $1,200, get a bit of $1,200. $1,200, win a bit of $1,200. $1,200, get a bit of $1,200. $1,000. $1,000 on it. Thank you. 1,000 bid now 12 and a half. 1,000 bid and 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. At 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 10, 12 and a half. How about 1,100? 1,000 bid now 11, 11, at 1,000 bid and 11, 11. Less than $100 a month. Have your car fully detailed. 10 and 11, 11, 1,100. Can you bid 1,100? 10 and 11, 11, at 10 and 1,100. 10 and 11, 11. One bid. She could go at one bid. 1,000 bid 11, 11, at 10, 11, 11, at 10 and 1,100. 10 bid now 1,100 at 10, 1,100. 10, 1,100, you all said and done. One bid, out she goes. I bid $1,000, looking for 1,100. 1,100. Last call. Sold. Goodbye. 433 for 1,000. Thank you very much. Okay, number 15 on your program. It's a chef's table for 6 and wine pairing at the Society Gathering House on Nowell Street or your place. So you can do it at the Society House on Nowell or at your house with Chef Tony Wagner. And if everybody met Tony earlier on tonight, did a great job. Our meal this evening. Who's got $1,000 on, then $1,000? $1,000, going to be $1,000. This is for 6 people, wine included. Now $800 on, then 800, 800, 800, $600, get a bit of 600, 600, 500. $500, get a bit of 500, $500, 5 and 6. Thank you. A 500 bid and 600, 600, can you bid 600? 500 bid, now 600, 600, you're on at 5 and 6. A 5 and 6 is 6 and 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and 7 and 7 and 700. Ladies bid at 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 8 at 8 at 8. Thank you at 8. A 700 bid and 8 at 8 at 8 at 7, 8 and 9 at 9 at 8 and 9 at 9 at 8 and 9 at 900. I'm at 800 bid the 9 and 9 at 8 and 9 and 9 at $900. At 8 and 9 and 9 at $900. Thank you now at 1,000. 1,000 now 11. At 1,000 bid now 1,100. 11 can you go 1,100? At 1,000 bid 1,100. 1,100 can you go 1,100? 1,000 bid 1,100. 1,100 all you want to go with 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11. You want to go 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. Back to you for 1,100. At 1000, bid 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11. Thank you. Now 1200. 11, 12, 1200. Now the 13, a 13, a 1200, bid a 13, a 13, a 1200, bid a 13. Give them a hand, folks. They're doing a great job here. 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13. Urge them on. A 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 1300. A 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13. They're stealing the show here. One table's doing it. A 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 1300. A 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13, $1,300. All said and done at 12 and 13. 12 and 13. 1200 bid the 13. A 13. Look at me, talk to me, I need your money. 12 and $1,300, getting a bid of 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 13, all said and done. 12 and 13, 13, 13, 13. Sold it, thank you very much. $1,200 you bought it there. And your number today is? Thank you.
What was it? How much?
1,200.
Number 178?
Yep. Okay, well, that was a good start on it. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, number 16, live on location. Nothing But 70 show. Hosted by Trevor McDonald. We all heard that name before. Trevor McDonald and 89.5 The Drive FM. So live on location, the 70 show, Trevor McDonald. Who's got $2,500 on then a $2,500?
I have a caller for this one. Somebody on the phone.
Okay, we have a phone bid on this one. Who's got $2,500 getting a bid of $2,500? $2,500 getting a bid of $25, $1,500 on then a $1,500. At $1,500 getting a bid of $15, $15, $15, $1,500 on a bid of $15, $15, $15. $1,200 on then a $1,200, $1,200 getting a bid of $1,200, $1,200 getting a bid of $1,200. I got in front of me here, it says it's worth $2,300. I'm trying to get $1,200. $1,200 on then a $1,200, $1,000 on then a $1,000, $1,000. $1,000 can a bit of $1,000, $1,000, $800 on the 800, 8, 9, and 9, and 9, and 10, and 10, and 9, and 10. And 9 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10 and 10 and 9, 10, 100. And 9 and 10 and 10, 9. We got 9 right here. Need 10. And 9 and 10 and 10, 9 and 10 and 10 and 9 and 10, 100. 9 and 10, 10 now, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 100. At 10, 100 bid 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11. My way at $1,000. Need 1,100. 1,100. At 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, $1,100. Can you bid 1,100, 1,100, 10 and a half. At 10.50. I bid 1,000. Need 10.50. 1,000 bid now at 10 and a half. At 10 and a half, at half, 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 at 10 and a half, 10.50. All said and done at 10 and a half. 10. Need a half. Need the half. 10 now a half. At 10 bid now 10.50. At 10.50. Sold on the phone bid, is it? Thank you. $1,000. That all helps, all adds up. We still got a ways to go to catch up to my buddy Dennis there. He had a pretty hot start there. Okay, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. We have a Traeger pellet barbecue and the smoker. From the Sundeck Center in Duncan, it's got a couple bags of pellets there. Other accessories. Who's got $1,000 on it? Then $1,000. $1,000 getting a bit of $1,000. $800 getting a bit of $800. $800. $700 getting a bit of $700. $600 on it. $500 getting a bit of $500. $500 you want a bit of $500. $500 on then a $500. $500 on then a $500. $500. $400 on then a $400. On the smoker here, $400 barbecue pellet barbecue. $400 and a half. At $400 bid and a half, at half, at a $400 bid and a half, at 4 and a half, and 5, at 5, at 4 and a half, and 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, $500 bid and a half, at half, at a $500 bid and a half, at 500 bid and a half, at half, at a 5 and a half. Now 600. At 5 and a half, at 6, at 6 and a half, at half, at 6 and a half. 600 bid and a half, at half, at a 600 bid and a half, at half, at a 600 bid and a half. Bid straight away. Need a half. 6 and a half. 600 bid and a half, at half, at a 600 bid and a half, at half, 6 and a half, and 7. At 6 and a half, and 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 700. I bid 650, need $700. Can you do the 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 7. At 6 and a half bid and 7, 7, 6 and a half, and 700, 700, 6 and a half bid and 700. Your bid, sir, 650, need 7. Still below the money here. 750 was it? 700 and a half. A 700 and a half and have a 700 and a half and have a 700 bid and a half. A 700 bid and a half and have a 700 bid and 750. New bidder in. 700 bid. Need a half. Back to you, sir. 700 bid and a half and have it. A 700 bid and a half and have it. A 700 bid and a half. A 700 bid and a half and have it. A 750. 750. Now 800. Thank you. 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 800. 800. Here go with 800. 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 8 at 8. Go with 800. Need 800. 800. 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 800. 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 8 at 8 is 7 half and 800. You all said and done at 7 half bid. Need $800. $800. Last call for 800 at 800. 800 and I sold it right here. 750.
Second one, if that guy wants it for 750.
Yeah. Did you get his number?
Yeah.
414 was it?
Yeah, 414. So but the guy at the back wants it for, we have a second one.
Okay, Mike informs me we do have another one. Runner-up bidder. Do you want the other one for the same money? We have 2 of them apparently. Bidder at the back. 750.
Dennis is talking to him.
Oh.
Ask Dennis.
Dennis, you got, does you want it? We had a second one, Mike tells me, for $750 if he's interested. Think about it. Anybody else? 750. The other one is up here. First one up here. Talk to Mike. Gets it. Okay, the next item. Okay, for you golfers out there, Chilliwack Golf Club. We have 4 rounds of golf, a couple of carts, a private lesson. Bodner, you should take note here. You could probably use it. Use Sandbagger. And you get dinner, towels, and umbrellas. Geez, how can you go wrong? You could be on TV with all the lessons. Who's got $800 on the 800, $800, can you bid 800, 800, 600, $500, you want to bid the 500. At $500, you want to bid the 500, $500, you're going to bid the 500, $500, $400 on, then a 400, 400, 400, includes 4 rounds of golf. $400 on, then a 400, 400, $300, 304. Thank you. A 300 bid and a 400, 400, 3, 4, now 5. A 4 and 5 and a 5 bid, 4 and 5 and a 5 bid, 500. A 4 and a 5 and a 5 bid, $500. You get a bid of 4 and a 5 bid, 500, 500. Can you go to the 500, 4 and a half? And bid 400 and a half. A 400 bid and a half, and a 400 bid and a half, and a 400 bid and 450, 450. Now 5. Thank you. A 4 and a half and 5 and a 5 bid, 4 and a half and 5 and a 5 bid, 500. You want to go with the 5, sir? A 4 and a half and 5 and a 5 bid, 4 and a half and 500. You run up 4, now you're 5. You want to go 5 and a half, sir. Now 6. 5 and a half and 6. New man in at 5 and a half needs 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 600. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 600. New bidder, it says bid right in front of me here. 5 and a half and 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 600. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 600. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 600. Bids right here at 550. Need 600. You all said and done at 5 and a half and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half and 6 is 600. 5 and a half and 600 at 600. Sold right here, Mr. Eimer there, 550. You got the number? 320. Okay. We have some Cuban cigars, and I'm not too good at, my Cuban isn't all, my language isn't all that great, but I know they're about $50 each. That's what I understand as the numbers, not the spelling. Anyway, got a box of Cubans here. It's got $1,500 on them, then a $1,500, 14, 13, 12, $1,000 on all the Cuban cigars there. 50 of them there. $1,000, get me $1,000, $800, get me $800, $800, $700. Who's got $500 on them, then a 500? A $500, get me $500, $500, $506. Thank you. A $500 bid and $600, $600 and $7 and $7 at 6 and $7 at 7 at 6 and $7. Whoops, blew a gasket here. 7 and 8. A 7 and 8 at 8 at 7 and 8 at 8 at 8 at 7 and 8 at 8. 7, 8 at 8, 8 and 9 and 9 at 8 and 9, 9, 9, 8 and 9, 9 and 10 at 10, 9, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11 and 12. 11 and 12 at 12, 11 and 12 and 13, 13, 12 and 13, 1,300. I'm bid 1,200, 1,300, 1,300, 1,400. A 1,300 bid and 14, 14, 1,300 bid and 14, 14, 1,300 bid and 14. 1,300 bid and 14, 14, 1,300 bid and $1,400, $1,400, 1,300 bid and 14. How about 13 and a half, sir? 13 and a half. They'll taste better at 13.50. At 13.50. I won't tell you how much each that is. 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and 13.50 at 13.50. 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and a half. He's just starting to get the pump going again. 13.50. 25 cigars. That's cheap at half the price. 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and a half, 1,300 bid and 13.50. Last call for 13.50. You still smoking cigars, Norm? 13.50. He says, no, you got to be kidding. And I sold it back there, $1,300, and I thank you very much. $1,300, and the number is 108. Thank you. I was thinking about buying them, but if I did, I wouldn't want to smoke them because they're a little too pricey for me. But just imagine, I imagine they taste pretty good. Okay, we have number 20 on your program is a $1,000 gift certificate, exterior residential painting by Primary Painting. Okay, on the gift certificate there, who's got $1,000 on there, $1,000, getting a bid, $1,000, $800 on it, $600, getting a bid of $600. Spring is in the air. Time to do that spring cleaning and clean up. I bid $700. Thank you. 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and 700. 6 and 7 and 7 and 6 and 7 7 7 6 and $700 on then a 6 and 7 7 bid the 700. I'm bid 6 over here. Need 7. 6 and 7 7 6 and 7 7 6 and a half 6 and a half 600 bid and a half it have a 600 bid and a half it have it a 600 bid and a half 600 bid and a half it have it a 600 bid and a half it have a 600 bid and a half. If you like painting as much as I do, you'd gladly pay this. At 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and 650. 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and 650. 650. One bid, she could be gone. At 600 bid and a half, it have it a 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and a half. At 650, last call for 650. Sold right there, $600, a smart buy, $600. And your number was there, sir, please? 374. Thank you. All right. Number 21 on your program. You want a night out? You want a night out in the town in Langley? We have a suite here at the Sandman. It includes red and white wine, dinner, breakfast at Moxie's Bar and Grill. Who's got $500 on then a 500? $500 again, a bit of 500, 500, 400. At $400, you want to bid the 400, 400, $300 on then a 300, 300, $300 on then a 300, couple $100 on then a 200, $200, give me the 200. Everybody. So at $200 each, that's about 600. I got 3 and 4. At 3 and 4, 4, 3 and a half, 300 bid and a half, and have a 300 bid and a half. Bids there at 3, need a half. At 300 bid and a half, and have a 300 bid and a half, and have a 3 and a half and 4. 3 and a half, you okay? 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4, 4. Can you go to 400, 400, 400, 3 and a half and 4? At 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4. At 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4, 4, 3 and a half and 4. 375, sir. 375. 375 just for you tonight. Special. 375, 400. At 375, a 4, 4, 4, 4, $400, 400, $400. Can you go? Got 375 over here. Need 4. At 375 and 4, 4 bid the 400. At 375 bid and 400, 400, 375 bid and 400, 400. Anybody want to go to the 400, 400 and a quarter? A 400 bid the quarter. Thank you. A 400 bid the quarter, 425. A 400 bid the quarter, 425, a 25, a 25, a 25, a 400 bid and a 25, a 25, a 400 bid and a 25. A 400 bid and 25, a 25, a 400 bid and 425. I bid 400. Looking for 425. Any interest at $425? At 425. Last call. 425. At 425. Sold right there, $400. $400. $3.20? Just checking. I thought your wife was buying that one. Okay, number 22, moving right along. Now, I imagine quite a few have been waiting on this one because downtown shopping baskets, gift certificates from Cornerstone Custom Framing, the Bookman, Peyton and Buckle, Viola Lash Lounge, Lolly's Fashions, Mary's on Wellington, products from the Button Box, Bubblegum Machine from Sticky's Candy and the Fossil Wallet, and gift card from the Little Village Shoe Boutique. And home decor items from Creekside. Now, that's a mouthful. We have, it says, a $665 value for you. Who's got $600 on it, then a $600? $600 can bid $600, $500 can bid $500, $500, $500, $400. At $400, you want to bid the $400, $400 on then a $400, $400, $300 on all in at $300, $300 now $4. Thank you. At $300 bid and $400, $400, $300 bid and $4 to $4 bid $3 and $4. At $3 and $4, $3.5, $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and a half. At $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and $350. $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and $350. $350. I bid $300. Looking for $350. Are you looking? All the items here. Number 22. I bid $300. $350. At $300 bid and $350. $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and a half at $300 bid and $350. $325, if you will. At $300 bid and $25 at $25 at $300 bid and $325. $325. $325. Y'all said and done. And I sold it one bid over here, $300. $300, thank you. 356. Okay, next we have the handcrafted log chair, the CCC Craftsman. Have a look here. Repurposed tree trunk there for you. It's a beauty. Okay, on the, yes?
Before you get going, start that bidding when you want to make it move more. Yeah. Throw this in with it. Okay?
Okay, on the log chair. Have a look at that. You'll be the only one in the neighborhood with a chair such as that one. Alrighty, on the chair, who's got $1,000 on it? $1,000 on it, then $1,000, $1,000 going to bid $1,000, well, $800 on it. $800 going to bid $800, $800, $800, $600 on, then $600. $500 you want to bid $500. $500 on, then $500 going to bid $500, $500, $500 you want to bid $500. $500 going to bid $500, $500, $500 going to bid $500. Where do you want to start? Who's got $400 on it? $400 on it. $300 on it. $304. 4 and 5 at 5 at 4 and 5. 4 and 5 at 4 and 5 at 5 at 4 and 500. I bid $400 here, need $500. A 4 and a 5 at 5, 4 and a 5 at 5, 5, 4 and 5 at 5 at 4 and 500. A 4 and 500, 4 and 5 at 5, 4 and 500. I bid $400, need 5. Take 4.5. A 400 bid and a half at a 400 bid and a half at a 400 bid and a half. A 400 bid and a half at a 400 bid and a half at a 400 bid and 450. Ladies bid right here at 400 bid and a half. A 400 bid and a half at a 400 bid and a half at a 4.5. Thank you. Now 5. A 4.5 and 5. You back to you, ma'am. 4.5 and 500. A 4.5 and 5 at 5 at 4.5 and 5 at 5 at 4.5 and 500. A 4.5 and 5 at 5 at 4.5 and 500. 4.5 and 500. 500. 4.5 and 5. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to sweeten up the pot a little bit. We're going to throw in a River Rock package here. With a chair. Includes 1 night stay in a 1-bedroom suite, complimentary valet, 2 welcome cocktails at Curve, and a $100 free slot each. So that's $200 slots, free plays. Plus your 1 night stay, a couple shots of wine or cocktails. Geez, that'll double the price. Okay, my bid right here is $450. Who's got $500 now? I just threw another couple $100 in, 5.5. A 500 bid and a half, and a 5.5, a 5.5, and 6, a 6, a 5.5, and 6. A 5 1/2 is 6 is 6. A 5 1/2 is 6 is 6. A 5 1/2 is 600. A 5 1/2 is 6 is 6. A 5 1/2 is 600. A 5 1/2 is 6 is 6. 6 1/2. A 600 bid and a half. A 600 bid and a half. A ladies bid is 600 now a half. A 600 bid and a half. A 600 bid and a half. A 600 bid and a half. Brian, look at me. 600 bid and a half. A 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 600 bid and a half. 600, 650. You all said and done. At 600, need 650. 650, and I sold it to you. $600. Thank you. Your number, please, ma'am. Thank you. 189. 198. Hey, you weren't even bidding, but I'll catch up to you yet. Insurance guy, yeah. Okay, we have a new item I'm going to slot in here. It's a library tasting gift, compliments of Sardis Park VQA, entitles a certificate. This certificate entitles the bearer to an evening in our library tasting room. You will be hosted by proprietor Kim Murphy, who will guide you through a variety of tasting of 8 wines while you dine on locally sourced. Oh, geez, Dennis, I'm going to catch up to you here. Cockatira, prepared by our event relations, Trina Vinier. How do you pronounce that?
Very carefully.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it's valid for up to 16 people, and it has a retail value of $825. Donated by Sardis Park, VQA. 16 people, wine tasting. Where do you want to start? Who's got $1,000 on it? $1,000 can bid $1,000, $800 on the 800, $800 can bid 800, 800, $600 on the 600, 600, $500 you want to bid a $500, $500 on the 500, $500 going to bid a $500, $500 on it. Thank you, sir. 5 and 6. A 5 and 6 is 6. A 5 and 6 is $600 on, then a 5 and 6 is 6. A 5 and $600. On bid 5 now. The 6 is 6. A 5 and 6 is 6. A 5 and 600. A 500 bid and 6 is 6. A 5 and a half. 5 and a half. 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. A 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. A 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. You entertain up to 16 people total. Wine tasting. Sardis Park. VQA wine. 500, you're on. 5 and a half. A 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. You're a bid. 5 and a half. 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and 550. 500 bid and 550. No wine drinkers in the crowd. 550. 550. 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. It have it a 500 bid and a half. At 550. At 550. You all done. One bid. Out you goes. 550. There we go. Now 600. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. Spoil the party. Come to play in the party here. Your turn now. 5 and a half, Ken. 5 and a half and 6 and 6 and 5 and a half and 6. 6 now a half. I see you're out anyways. 6 and a half. New man in. 6 and a half. It have it a 6 and a half. It have it a 6 and a half. It have it a 6 and a half. A 6 and a half. 600 bid and a half. It have it a 600 bid and a half. It a 600 bid and a half. Bids straight away here. 600 bid and a half, it have it a 600 bid and a half, it have it a 600 bid and a half. You're on at 600 bid and a half, it have it a 600 bid and a half. You want to go with a half at 650? At 650, at 650, at 650, 650, and I. Who said that? 600 bid and a half, it have a 600 bid and a half. 6 and a half and 7. 6 and a half and 7. You guys collaborating? 6 and a half and 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7, 7, 6 and a half and 7. At 700, 6 and a half, $700. Sold right here. Ken, you're the buyer. 6 and a half. Thank you very much. And your number, Ken, is 228. Thank you. Number 228. Much appreciated. Okay, for every year, I believe, since I've been doing this, WestJet has been donating 2 tickets anywhere that WestJet flies. And I think that's the only restriction. I don't know if there's a time restriction on it. No time restriction. So 2 tickets anywhere in the world where WestJet flies. You can even go to Prince George. All right. Who's got $3,000 on it than a $3,000? You're buying 2 tickets anywhere in the world where WestJet flies. $3,000 on it than a $3,000. $3,000 get a $3,000. $3,000. $2,500 get a $2,500. A $2,500 get a bit of $2,500 get a bit of $2,500. A $2,500 get a bit of $2,500. $2,000 on it. $2,000 on it, then a $2,000 get a bit of $2,000 on it, then a $2,000. $2,000 get a bit of $2,000. $1,800 you want a bit of $1,800. $1,800 on that $1,800 you want a bit of 18. Always goes right between $2,000 and $2,500, so be prepared. Who's got $1,700 on the package here at $1,700? You want a bit of $1,700. $1,700 on then a $1,700. $1,600 on the 16. Where do you want to start? 16, 17, at 60. That's my wife. You put that down. $1,600 and $1,700. 16, 17, and 17, and 16, 1,700. 17 and 18 and 18 and 17 and 18 and 18 and 18 and 17 and $1,800. 17 and 18, 18, 19, 18, 19, 19, 18, 19, 19 and 2. 1,900 bid in 2,000, 2,000 down, 21, 21, 2, 2, 22, 23, 3, 23, 24. At 23 bid 4, 4, 23, 4, 4, 23, 4. At 23 bid 4, 4, 23, 4, 4, 23, 4. You're out, sir. Need 24. 2,300 bid 24, 24, 2,300 bid now 24, 24, 2,300 bid 24. At 23 bid 24, 2,324. 2350, 2350, 2350, 23 and a half now 24, at 23 and a half and 24, 24 and a half at half at 24 and a half, at 2,400 bid and a half at half at 2,400 bid and a half, at 2,400 bid and a half, 24 and a half now 25. Thank you. At 24 and a half and 25, $2,500 on there, 25, 25, 25. You can't stop now. Geez, you won't be able to go anywhere. 24 and a half and 25. At 24 and a half and 25, 25, 20. If it was worth, this has got to be worth that. 24 and a half, $2,500. Thank you. Now 25 and a half. At 2,500 bid and a half at half at 2,500 bid and a half at half at 2,500 bid and 2,550. At 25, you're still out, sir. 2,500 bid and 2,550. At 2,550. At 2,550. I can stand here all night and say that. 2,500 bid and a half. He says 25.25. We're getting close to the end here. 25 and a quarter at 25 and a quarter and a half. At 25 and a quarter and a half at half at 25 and a quarter at 25 and a quarter and 25 and 50, 25.50, 25.50, 25.50. Go like this, sir. 25.50, 25.50. You're a hard nut to crack. You are. 25.25. I'm at 25 and a quarter at a quarter, 25 and a quarter. All said and done. 25 and a quarter. Looking for 25.50, and I will. Sold it right here, $2,525. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for contributing to a much worthy cause. Much appreciated. God bless.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for doing a great job. You brought in a lot of money for the organization. Thank you. Just the last thing, guys. I know that you spent a bunch of money tonight, but we got to remember the people in Fort Mac. So we've decided to take a donation for Fort Mac. The federal government will double the donation, whatever we come up with tonight. So if you can make checks or cash out to the Canadian Red Cross, and then we'll send that money off to them. So I really hope you can do something. Thank you. So I'll have a bucket down at the end there. Just meet me down when you're way out, and then we'll deal with it from there. Thank you very much. Don't forget, Fort Mac is a community that's about our size, about 90,000 people. So just think of the trouble we would be going through right now. So we got to help them. Thank you.
Now we're going to call up Maggie Saunders from the Chilliwack Learning Society.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, how about a nice round of applause for our hardworking auctioneers tonight? That's amazing stuff, man. That's really amazing stuff. If we could ask Maggie Saunders to come on up here on stage, it's time for our paying it forward portion of the evening. Maggie Saunders, if you could come up to the stage. Oh, she's already ready to go. There you go. I love somebody who's prepped and ready. That didn't take long at all. Here, let me help you up here. There you go, my dear. Maggie Saunders, everybody, nice round of applause, part of our pay it forward.
Hello, I won't keep you too long. My speech is going to be a little a short one now. So.
Okay. The door prize, too.
Okay. Thanks.
That one there? There you go, my dear.
Anyway, I just want to thank you so much for your generosity. We do connect actually really well with Bowls of Hope. I believe that children need food to survive and literacy to thrive. It's a very natural connection between the two organizations, and we love our relationship with Bowls of Hope. The amazing volunteers that deliver the soup and do all the work that happens also think of us, and when they find gently used books or new books or any kind of books, they donate them to us. We have we actually provide support to individuals in the community that need help with their literacy needs. So we have Ladybug book bins. You'll see them in waiting areas where parents are waiting at their children. So all the books and the things that Bowls of Hope donate to us, we use and we distribute throughout the community. So both of our organizations were also founding members of the Financial Literacy Committee in town here, where we're working on improving the community's financial literacy levels. So that's it. I'm making it short. Thank you so much. And the person that bought the TV, awesome. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Chilliwack Learning Society.
So, yeah, Chilliwack Learning Society. Guys, what we do every year, because we were that fledgling society 11 years ago and somebody gave me $700 to start the program, this is something we try to do every year. So moving $1,200 over to Chilliwack Learning Society just makes our hearts swell. It's something that we're really proud to do. What are we doing now?
Draw.
The door prize draw. Okay.
Hold that ticket. Let's get this.
Can you
let me
read
see
that?
this. Let me see this. I still have eyesight. Door prize, everybody. This beautiful pink flared ticket here. We love this. It's never just Joe Brown who wins. It's always Diane Bruinsma. Diane Bruinsma, you're the winner of the door prize. If you're not here, we're giving the prize to someone else. No, we're not. Are we doing that? No, of course we're not. We're keeping it. That's what I'm looking. There you go. That's the fire right there. It's like an Oscar table. I love that right now. That's the fire we've been waiting for all night. Hey, have you guys won anything all night tonight? Because that's the fire we've been waiting for all night. We have to do something else with that table right there. Congratulations, my dear. You won the raffle, yeah. Mike, our winner right here.
Oh,
yes. There you go.
congratulations.
Will you get off? What are you doing right now? Did you bring Mike wine? Or?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wind her down here slowly. If you're interested in any of those $50 cards, just please lift your hands up high and we'll get people to come to your table. Other than that, thank you very much again for coming out tonight. Thank you to all our volunteers. And again, a great success because we're in Chilliwack. So thank you. Have a great night. Drive safe. If you need a cab, let us know.
Mike Scholke, everybody. Having a nice round from Mike. This guy put this all together with a team of great volunteers. A vision takes, I'll tell you what, this guy right here. Keep it going. Nice round of applause, everybody. Mike.
Thanks for yeah, no, that was a great night. Thank you. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anymore. Thank you very much. It's not me. I'm a face. What really this society is all about are all the volunteers that work day in and day out for the program. Visions are easy. It's the actual work that's hard. And without those folks, none of this would happen. So really, big hand of applause for all the volunteers that are involved in the program. And thank you very much. Have a great night.